Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hampton Inn Pullman is just a short drive from the WSU campus, centrally located to restaurants and shopping. They've got you covered for all your lodging needs with their spacious rooms, famous Hampton waffles, a cozy outdoor patio, a gift shop for all your cougar gear needs, and the friendliest staff in town to make you feel right at home. Visit HamptonByHilton.com to reserve a room for your next trip to the Palouse. Coug owned and Coug managed. It matters where you stay. Hampton Inn Pullman. Hilton for the stay.
Hi, I'm Cody O'Connell.
Jay Recooper.
Hey, this is Dan Buchanan. You're listening to Washington State Football.
Washington State Football.
You're listening to the Washington State Sports Network.
Go Cougs.
Bro, you go hard for the WSU Cougs.
What do you mean?
You're literally wearing a Coug jersey that you bought from the Coug store with your Coug debit card. And you don't stop talking about how every time you use your card, Gesa donates to the Cougar Athletic Fund.
I guess I do go pretty hard for my Cougs.
If you go hard for your Cougs, get your WSU card today at Gesa.com. Go Cougs.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SiriusXM College Sports Radio, there's complete coverage of every major conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis.
Sheldon Newton gets the call to start at nose tackle. Braxton Feely will be at defensive tackle.
Sheldon Newton's been a problem for opposing offensive linemen. You look at this game last week against Portland State, completely shoving offensive linemen in the lap of the quarterback. He's going to be a big guy to try to contain Mateer of Washington State.
We expect more often than not to be one linebacker. Andrew Simpson is one of the linebackers. Marco Notriani is the other linebacker, but because he didn't take as many plays at linebacker last week, they utilized him a lot more on special teams, and he had 3 special teams tackles. That's huge.
Yeah, and that goes to show you, again, Boise State's trying to get better on special teams. That includes putting their better players on that team, trying to put some pride on that team. So hopefully Boise State doesn't lose the special teams aspect tonight.
The secondary, and they will be tested. Amarion McCoy at one corner, Jeremiah Irby at the other, and then the nickels and safeties will include Ty Benefield, Sheol Oladipo, Rodney Robinson, Alexander Tubner, and Zion Washington.
Yeah, Boise State simply has to do better on third downs and get off the field. You look at them on third downs, giving up 49% third down conversions. That's 128th in the country. They also have no interceptions. Boise State secondary has to be better stops on third downs and getting those picks.
Washington State offense, 46 points, 515 yards. John Mateer is the quarterback. They will rotate in a number of running backs, but the true freshman, Wayshawn Parker, has been the most impressive.
Yeah, Wayshawn, his first start last week against San Jose State. He had 76 yards rushing. He also has made 17 missed tacklers miss their tackle, but no doubt John Mateer is going to be the guy. 197 yards rushing a few weeks ago against Texas Tech, 501 yards of total offense against San Jose State.
Chris Hudson, Kyle Williams, Trey Shackelford, Josh Meredith are their receivers. Williams a transfer from UNLV.
Yeah, and you look at their wide receivers, 3 different wide receivers have more than 9 or 10 catches on that offense. You look at Mateer, he's going to try to spread the football around. Kyle Williams, though, probably be his go-to target.
Pole, Tialavea, Kalani, Dew, and Hilburn will be the guys across the front of the line blocking for Mateer.
Yeah, and the only guy that's a little bit smaller on the offensive line is that right guard, Brock Dew. You see 6'3", 290 pounds. Maybe look to see for Boise State to exploit that.
And Washington State's defense gives up 29 a game, total of 471 yards. Their front 4 includes Cyrus Webster and Rayam Stevenson at ends. David Gusta and Ansel Dinboo will be at tackles.
Yeah, on this defensive line, they're expecting more production out of those defensive linemen. Only 5 sacks so far for this Washington State defense.
And their linebackers, Buda Al-Ukta and Kyle Thornton. Thornton made the game-winning tackle against Washington and had a big interception in the fourth quarter last week against San Jose.
They've made plays when they've had to make the plays, but you look at this defense statistically, giving up 151 yards to the ground. That's middle of the road in terms of FPS, but pass defense, 320 yards a game.
Ethan O'Connor, Stephen Hall, the corners, Jackson Letumama, and Kapena Gushikin will be safeties, and the nickel will be Tyson Durant.
Yeah, going back to those good numbers, this defense has gotten 3 fumble recoveries and 5 interceptions. Boise State has to protect the football.
And those are the starting lineups for both Washington State and Boise State. Weather is absolutely gorgeous tonight. It's around 84 degrees. Our weather report is brought to you by Tamarack Resort. Broncos at Tamarack Resort. Wonder has no season, and adventure comes with mountain modern experiences. This weekend, come up and experience Idaho's natural beauty at North America's premier ski, golf, and lake resort. Go to TamarakIdaho.com to book your Tamarack experience today. We'll take this time out. We'll get Pete's keys to the game when we come back. We're closing in on about 10 minutes away from kickoff. More to come on the Mountain America Credit Union pregame show on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield. Get your head in the game and out of the checkout line with Albertsons Drive Up and Go. Place an order online and our team will select the freshest ingredients, crunchiest snacks, and coolest refreshments so you have everything you need for game day. When you pull up for the play, we'll send out our team for the handoff so you can make a break for the end zone. Albertsons is the official grocer and tailgate headquarters of Bronco Athletics. Just download our new Albertsons for You deals and delivery app, place your order, and drive up and go Broncos.
Bronco Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of Boise State Athletics and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know that it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or your loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Broncos.
Hi, it's Andrew Meadow from Boise State men's basketball. Mighty Dog Roofing's exclusive white paw service. It's not a concept, it's a promise. A vow to guard your outdoor treasures from debris and dust after their awesome roof work.
And the net result? Mighty Dog Roofing has been voted the best of Boise. Rapid response roofing that minimizes the mess.
Get the white paw treatment from Mighty Dog Roofing. Visit mightydog.roofing.com.
They are the best of Boise.
You can help advance medicine and get paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is seeking people of all ages for paid research studies near you. No health insurance is needed to join. Your participation could lead to life-changing discoveries in medicine. Don't wait. Help move science forward. Learn more at velocityclinicaltrials.com. That's velocityclinicaltrials.com.
Blue Thunder Marching Band here at Albertson Stadium. Crowd is filing in. Very few seats right now are not full. This is an early arriving crowd that is fired up for this game. Pete Cavender, finally, let's get to the keys to the game. How does Boise State get it done and stay in the top 25?
Well, I think for Boise State's offense, it's simple. Let Ashton Genty do Ashton Genty type of things. You got to start with the heavy running attack, and that starts with the O-line, the offensive mentality of just being the hammer carrier. Try to wear out this Washington State defense. If Ashton Genty can get 150 yards, 200 yards, of course that will open up the rest of the offense. So Ashton Genty has to get going. Defensively for Boise State, no big plays or freebies for Washington State. You look at this Bronco defense, they've given up 9 plays of over 20 yards. Wazoo offensively has 33 plays over 20 yards. That's third best in the country. Boise State cannot give up those freebies and has to get stops on third down.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Bronco football. That'll do it for the Mountain America Credit Union pregame show. The game is up next. Keep it tuned to the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
When the Broncos are craving excitement, they head into Albertson Stadium for football. When it's time to savor fresh seafood, they head to Anthony's Restaurant in downtown Boise. Indulge with wild-caught salmon, fresh oysters on the half-shell, local Idaho trout, Snake River Farms beef, and more. All with free, validated parking in the Simplot Garage. Discover the taste of the Northwest at Anthony's in downtown Boise. Reserve your table today at anthonys.com.
At Tamarack Resort, adventure comes with mountain modern experiences. Feel the rush of downhill skiing, the satisfaction of a perfect golf swing, and the tranquility of lake life. End your day with unforgettable cuisine, sophisticated amenities, and warm community spirit. Whether you're a first-time visitor, a long-time resident, or a Bronco, Tamarack invites you to create memories that will last a lifetime. Discover your own experience at tamarackidaho.com.
St. Luke's and Boise State are partners in education and health. Through scholarships and internships for students, support for programs and faculty, and collaboration on health-related research. Together, we're preparing tomorrow's healthcare professionals and investing in the people and programs that build healthy, livable, caring communities. St. Luke's and Boise State, proud to be blue.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Boise State Broncos all season long with your favorite blue and orange gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from the blue at Albertson Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Broncos branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Broncos. Shields, proud partner of Boise State Athletics and football fans everywhere.
On the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield, Bronco football is brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Broncos. Albertsons, official grocer and tailgate headquarters of your Boise State Broncos. Anthony's, fresh Northwest seafood flown in directly to Boise. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Coca-Cola, official refreshment of the Broncos. And by Ford, official truck of the Broncos. It's game time.
We've earned the right to be confident walking on this field.
To the 40, hurdles a man.
Every snap, take it from
to the 30, to the 20.
Leave nothing behind.
To the 10.
Give everything for these boys. Finish together.
Touchdown, Ashton Chetty. 75 yards on the screen pass.
Set the standard for Boise State.
Kickoff is just moments away. Now, with the call of the game, here's Pete Cavender and the voice of the Broncos, Bob Beeler.
We've got a treat tonight. Prime time, Boise State football against Washington State. Broncos at number 25, trying to move up in the college football ratings. Bob Beeler along with Pete Cavender. Lights, strobing, the new sound system. We're awaiting the arrival of the Broncos. This is what college football is all about.
No doubt. We heard earlier during the national anthem, the crowd singing it, just giving you goosebumps. The student section jumping up and down. Every fan standing out of their seat. This is a game that's been circled on the calendar for many Bronco fans. Getting an opponent like this on the blue. Game, set, match. Let's see what happens here shortly. Boise State takes on the Washington State Cougars.
And tonight's game is brought to you by First Federal Bank, Idaho's community bank of choice. Thank you, First Federal Bank, for your continued support of Boise State athletics. All right, here goes Bronco Girl. Here comes the smoke. And here comes Boise State, led by Michael Callahan with the hammer. He had the blocked field goal last week.
And Michael Callahan, even though he's an unsung hero on the defensive line, is just the trash man, does the dirty jobs no one else wants to do, but gets the job done a fine representative to carry out the hammer. And by the way, raising the blue chaos flag tonight, Dan Paul's parents, Scott and Peggy Paul. What an honor for them, true Broncos, to raise that flag today on the blue chaos flag for Boise State.
Uniform Report is brought to you by the Broncos Shop. Boise State in blue from head to toe. Washington State, you can hear the boos in the background. They are in white from head to toe, of course, with crimson. The Broncos Shop is the official retailer of Boise State University, where every purchase made at the Broncos Shop helps fund scholarships. For store hours and locations, visit us online at broncosshop.com. All right, Pete, game like this, big one with a lot of points. You want the ball first, or are you going to put your defense on the field first?
You know, I try to usually take the ball in the second half if I can and defer it, but this game is a type of game where I want to be controller of my own destiny. I want to set the tempo, the speed, the physicality, and I want the football to do that first.
Boise State's captains, Jonah Dalmas, Ashton Genty, Ahmed Hassanin, and Alexander Tubner. Marlene Trump, Boise State president, also making her way to the coin flip. The captains for Washington State, Mateer, Hall, Kalani, and Thornton. Our officials tonight, led by Christian Watson, is the referee. You'll hear his voice in just a moment. As we've got smoke billowing out after the fireworks.
All right, fellas, welcome. Washington State, your visiting team, Charleston Shores. Mount West logo is heads, the teams are tails. Tails. Tails is a call. You call tails. It's tails. Defer. Washington State has won the toss to further up the second half. You want to receive. Which way do you guys want to kick? Want to flip?
So Washington State decides they want the ball in the second half. Boise State will get the ball in the first half, Pete, so it falls the way you would like to see it.
Yeah, the reason why I would like to start the football off is I like the chances of Boise State getting a fast start tonight. There's no doubt the Broncos are very fired up for this one, so they can jump out of the gates, get up 7-0, get this crowd even more into it. This 12th man of Bronco Nation could be as big of a player in this football game as anyone wearing a football jersey actually playing it.
Boise State, tremendous at home. When you look at their numbers, 206 and 45 since the turf went blue. If you're looking at it just in this century, since 2000, 89%, third best win total. Only Oklahoma and Ohio State are higher. And Pete, you mentioned the Dan Paul's parents raising the flag. There it goes.
You know, I can say no one amplified Bronco football more than Dan Paul. What an honor it is to see his parents still being a part of Bronco Nation. He was on our pregame show earlier with Jay and Richie. Goosebumps, tears in the eyes every time you hear him. And again, that's what it's all about. That is college football. It's community, and it takes everyone. And once you're a Bronco, you are always a Bronco.
Dan Paul, unfortunately, passed away at the young age of 30. The game I will always remember, Pete, 3 touchdowns against Nevada.
You know, and Richie even talked about that as well. He was a replacement for Richie. He was actually a linebacker before moving over to that fullback tight end position. And if Richie wasn't injured, he might have got those 3 touchdowns. But obviously very happy for Dan. We remember you, Dan. We love you, Dan. And we love your parents as well, Scott and Peggy, for being a part of it.
Dean Janikowski kicks off for Washington State. It's going to be a touchback. Caden Chan handling kick return duties this week. Let it go. And Boise State will put it in play, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Boise State has scored first in all 3 games, Pete. They've scored on their first possession in 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, and more reason to start off with the football again. Trying to put a little bit of pressure, Wazoo early, and get this crowd into it. You can tell they want to explode. It's just going to take a big play for Boise State to do it.
Ben Ford actually gets the call as a starting receiver. He will go wide to the right. Cam Camper wide to the left. Ashton Genty is the lone back, and it looks like Maddox Madsen, at least for the moment, is going to come under center. There is a question over there with the officials. Several are huddling on the far side in front of the Boise State bench, talking to Spencer Danielson. And I guess we're ready to go now. Washington State with 4 defensive linemen. They play with 2 linebackers, pretty common in college football. Madsen under center, first play of the game from the Bronco 25-yard line. Handoff Genty. Genty up the middle, and Genty trying to veer off to the right is going to pick up just 1, so a pretty good job by Washington State to come in there and corral him after just 1 yard.
Yeah, there's no doubt the Washington State Cougars are going to keep all 11 eyes of their defenders on Ashton Genty at all times. This offensive line has blocked well, but needs a little bit more help than that one on that last carry.
Second down and 9. Holmes at center, pointing out some blocking instructions to the other 4 offensive linemen. Madsen in the shotgun this time. Receiver in motion, Bates from right to left. Handoff, Genty again. Genty breaks tackles. Genty fighting close to the first down. He'll be about a yard short out to the 34. He's got 8. Nice run by Genty and breaking tackles. Pete, 354 yards this season after contact, forcing 26 missed tackles.
And again, Matt Lauder, the big tight end involved with that as well, is almost the lead blocker from Ashton Genty, going for the left side of the offensive line to the right before Ashton Genty pinballs off a couple defenders, setting up this 3rd and 1.
Broncos 4th in the country, 58% conversions on 3rd down. Madsen under center, 5-man front for Washington State. Genty 3rd play in a row. Genty up the middle, the push going, he's got it. Genty for 2 yards. It was that extra kind of a tush push that got him the first down, and Boise State working hard. They get the first down of the game. That's our first Mountain America first down. Mountain America Credit Union guiding you forward.
Yeah, nice effort there by the offensive line, helping Ashton Genty push that pile, making sure he gets that first down for Boise State's offense.
Time of possession, number of plays on a drive, Pete, could be crucial. You keep Washington State's offense off the field. Penry in motion, right to left. Madsen in the shotgun, looking for his first pass, throws it out in the flat. Penry can't hang on to it. It'll be incomplete. On the coverage for the Cougars was their defensive end, their linebacker, Buda Al-Ukda.
Yeah, probably not the most accurate of passes from Maddox Madsen, but still probably should have been caught there by Chase Penry. Not the biggest misses of opportunities there. That pass would have only been good for about 3 or 4 yards.
2nd down and 10. Ball at the Bronco 36-yard line. Pistol formation first time tonight. That means Madsen's in front of Genty. Cougars with a 4-man front this time. Handoff Genty. Genty up the middle. Genty makes a couple of tacklers miss. Squirts out of the pile to the 45, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10. Touchdown, Ashton Genty. Another huge run. 64 yards for Ashton Genty on the score.
You cannot stop Ashton Genty. You can only hope to contain him. And Wazoo had him contained momentarily before the future first-round NFL back found some space, continued to munch those knees, and sprinted to the end zone. And that is your Airvan Move the Game, brought to you by Airvan Moving, the official moving company of the Broncos, and for your next move.
For Genty, the 4th touchdown run of the season for better than 60 yards. Dalmas on for the extra point. High snap, but it's put down by Ferguson Reynolds, and Dalmas's kick is up, and it is good. Washington State gets a big dose of Ashton Genty. 64 yards on the score. We'll take a break. More to come. Washington State will get the ball. We come back on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. And you've got beer and football, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Select Health, we believe health insurance should be simple. And when we say simple, we mean simple. So we'll get right to the point. We'll never stop working to provide you with clear, easy-to-understand coverage and benefits that give you faster, better access to care. Because helping you get the care you need is the entire reason we exist. It's really that simple. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Boise State up 7-0 on Washington State. 12:52 to go in the first quarter. Bronco touchdown, 64 yards for Ashton Jeanty. Brought to you by Store It Self Storage. For all your storage needs, Store It has you covered. The extra point converted by Jonah Dalmas, presented by Ncaaf Floors and Interiors. And our scoring drive brought to you by First Federal Bank. Visit bankfirstfed.com to join Idaho's community bank of choice and enhance your financial well-being. 5 plays, 75 yards, took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. The Broncos get the ball first, and they do exactly what Pete Cavender wanted.
Yeah, and that's exactly Boise State's offense as well. Run first. Obviously, a lot of carries so far from Ashton Jeanty. 4 touches on that first possession. Washington State did a nice job kind of corralling him, team tackling him. But all it took was one guy to miss, and Ashton Jeanty was out the gates for 64 yards to give Boise State an early lead, 7-0 in this ballgame.
Watching from up here, you can kind of see him. They kind of had him kind of corralled on that play, and all of a sudden, out the right side of it, he kind of slipped out, and he was gone.
That was a perfect example why team tackling is so important. If you don't have 3 or 4 guys on Ashton Jeanty, you are not going to bring him down.
Shive kicking off. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the 5. We've had quite a few of those out of bounds recently. That's the 3rd OB in the last 2 games for Shive. And by not kicking it out of the end zone, you give him a free 10 yards because the ball starts at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, but maybe not the worst thing in the world. You look at Leighton Smithson, averages 27 yards a return. He's on 9 returns as well, so he's doing it consistently. Might not be the worst of plays for Boise State, just kick it out of bounds.
All right, so the Cougars get it at the 35-yard line. Again, Pete mentioned in the keys to the game, they have 33 plays this season of 20 or more yards. With Jeanty's 64-yard run, Boise State now has 20-plus plays. Remember, they've played 1 game less than Washington State. Mateer on a run up the middle. Mateer breaks free. It's going to be a touchdown, or very well could be, down the right side. He'll be tackled inside the 15 at the 14 by Benefield. It was just a plain and simple quarterback draw. 51 yards for Mateer, and they are knocking on the door. Both teams, big players, have made big plays.
Yeah, you can see Mateer, if he makes one man miss, he is out the gates. Shea Oladipo tried to come and swipe at his ankles, but he was gone. Boise State has to do a better job trying to spy a Mateer, or if they blitz him, make sure they don't whiff and bring him down.
Officially 52 yards as they put the ball down on the 18. On the 13. And it's a handoff to Parker. Parker goes nowhere. Boise State able to gang tackle him at the line of scrimmage. In fact, it might be a loss of 1. Washington, Virgin Morgan, Gums, Feely, a whole bunch of guys there for Boise State.
And again, nice job by Boise State's defense. Much better prepared on the second down play. That one just a simple zone read. And Boise State, typically a pretty good run defense.
Washington State, 82% in the red zone. 12 touchdowns, 2 field goals. They're 14 out of 17. Boise State's defense has given up 85% scores, 9 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Mateer throws it over the middle, wide open, the tight end Mathers. He catches it. He had 2 touchdown catches last week against San Jose State. Has 1 catch this week for a touchdown. It'll be a 14-yard pass to Mathers. And this game is showing up to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, nice job hiding the big tight end Mathers on that one. He actually shifted over from the left to right. Looked like he was staying in for pass protection. Mateer had 2 pump fakes before finding a wide-open tight end for a touchdown.
So it's 7-6. Janikowski missed an extra point last week. 11:23 to go in the first quarter. Both teams have just gone right down the field to score. Janikowski with a big miss on an extra point last week against San Jose State. Mateer to hold. And Janikowski's kick is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Their touchdown drive, just 3 plays, 65 yards, took a minute and 29. We are tied at 7. Boise State and Washington State. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Hi, it's Andrew Mehta from Boise State men's basketball. Mighty Dog Roofing's exclusive white paw service. It's not a concept, it's a promise. A vow to guard your outdoor treasures from debris and dust after their awesome roof work.
And the net result? Mighty Dog Roofing has been voted the best of Boise. Rapid response roofing that minimizes the mess.
Get the white paw treatment from Mighty Dog Roofing. Visit mightydog.roofing.com.
They are the best of Boise.
St. Luke's and Boise State are partners in education and health. Through scholarships and internships for students, support for programs and faculty, and collaboration on health-related research. Together, we're preparing tomorrow's healthcare professionals and investing in the people and programs that build healthy, livable, caring communities. St. Luke's and Boise State, proud to be blue.
Looking to buy quality used trucks, trailers, equipment, or attachments? Look no further than Boise West Equipment. At Boise West Equipment, we sell all makes and models for your needs. Spring, summer, winter, or fall, no matter the season, we've got it all. We're your local trusted source for all your heavy equipment needs. Visit us Monday through Friday right along the freeway in Boise. Remember, at Boise West Equipment, we have one or we'll find one. Come see us today and go Broncos!
Double R Ranch is the Valley's premium trusted beef brand from the heart of the Northwest. Double R Ranch represents the hard work of our local ranching communities, boasting exceptional quality beef with bold flavor and juiciness. Whether you're enjoying a famous Double R Ranch Bronco dog or grilling steaks at home, Double R Ranch is a proud partner of the Broncos. We are tied at 7 with 11:23 to go in the first quarter. Pete Cavender, both teams, Boise State and Washington State, use a big play, a 64-yard run for Genty for a score. And on the first play from Washington State, Mateer, their quarterback, straight up the middle with a 52-yard run.
Yeah, you saw Mateer there, just really his ability to run the football, and it was straight up and down. And you heard really one phrase, one kind of thing that the Boise State coaches were really hammered on with Mateer, and it's just his size. You look at him as just a sophomore, but still 220 pounds, a very physical runner, but slippery. And then on that touchdown play, kind of a trick play to some degree, and almost like a dual screen, picked it to left, picked it to right, slip out your tight end. He was wide open. I think Boise State will be better prepared for both of those this next time around.
Cameron Bates and Ashton Genty both back to return the kick. This one's going to go to Bates in the end zone. It's over his head. It's a touchback for the second time, and Boise State will start it at the 25-yard line. Genty carried the ball 4 times for 75 yards on that first drive. Of course, the touchdown. And then Matson had only one pass attempt. It was incomplete, intended for Chase Penry. This time the Broncos have asked for the ball to be placed on the left hash. Last time they started the drive, I believe on the right. Power formation, a lot of tight ends out there. Genty the lone back, Matson under center, very tight formation. Bolt in motion, the only real wide receiver goes wide to the right. Genty will carry up the middle, and Genty will run into the teeth of the Cougar defense, maybe get 2, as Washington State was there to knock him down. Minimal gain, more receiver types come in for Boise State as it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, not the most push there from Boise State's offensive line, but this is still essentially a Pac-12 unit they're facing against.
Cougars dig in. They've got 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers really close to the line, trying to jam things against Genty. Madsen rolls the pocket right, stops, throws, overthrew Penry. Gushikin was on the coverage for Washington State, and now Boise State's going to have to earn 3rd down and 8 from their own 27-yard line. Again, Boise State a little thin with receivers tonight. No Caples, no Chris Marshall.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Maddox Matson, too. Floated, I think, just right to Chase Penry, who was only about 1 step away from being able to bring that down.
3 receivers go to the right. The far right, it's Camper. Strawn, the only receiver to the left. Madsen faces a 4-man rush, has his pass batted down. It looked like David Gusta knocked it down, and Boise State's going to have a 3 and out. And James Ferguson Reynolds is going to have to flip the field position. Washington State did a nice job. Tony Freeman, who averages about 10 yards a return, will go back to take it.
Yeah, we hammer this point all the time, but it's so important to get ahead of schedule with the down and distance markers and have production on first down. When you only gain a yard or two, then an incomplete pass on second down, the chances of conversions are pretty low.
43.6, nearly blocked on the punt that time by Washington State. Freeman with the fair catch on the 32-yard line. We'll call it a 45-yard punt, no return. Ferguson Reynolds is down. Crowd booing. And Boise State's athletic trainers are going to come out and take a look. Ferguson Reynolds it's like he's holding his left ankle.
Yeah, it kind of got rolled up into after he punted it. I don't think it was a roughing or running into. It looked like actually a little bit more friendly fire from one of his blockers.
Tackle game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide with an ice cold fountain drink at one of our concession stands. More to come. Tied at 7. Cougars will have the ball for the second time with 10:34 to go on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
First Federal Bank was recently recognized as the top mortgage and consumer loan lender in Idaho. If you're looking to buy a home, make improvements, or purchase a car, consider First Fed and experience our fast approvals, on-time closings, and industry expertise. Better yet, we're an official sponsor of Boise State Athletics. Visit bankfirstfed.com to learn how we can improve your financial well-being. First Federal Bank, Idaho's community bank of choice. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all credit products subject to approval.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Have your power of choice with Ford's lineup of gas, electric, or hybrid vehicles. Outperform the competition with America's best-selling trucks for 47 years, Ford F-Series. Take the road less traveled in a Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's lineup of electric or hybrid vehicles, like the Ford Maverick, Mustang Mach-E, or F-150 Lightning. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
When you need reliable farm equipment, turn to Mountain View Equipment Company and Claws. We proudly offer top-of-the-line claws, tractors, choppers, and combines. Everything you need from planting to harvest. For over 50 years, Mountain View Equipment Company has been locally owned and operated, serving Idaho's farmers 24/7 with quality and dedication. Find us conveniently located in Meridian on I-84 next to Roaring Springs Water Park, or in Jerome, Homedale, and Sunnyside, Washington. Visit mtvieweq.com today. Go Broncos!
Bud Light, proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. 7-7, Boise State, Washington State. 10:34 remaining in the first quarter. And the Broncos and Cougars tied at 7. Washington State, after a 3-and-out, will have their second chance with the football. Took them just 3 plays last time. And they're going to start at their own 33 after the punt by Ferguson Reynolds. And he was able to walk off with some help.
Yeah, it'll be something to keep an eye on. Obviously, typically such a weapon for Boise State to be able to flip the field when you do have to punt it.
1st and 10, Washington State. Mateer gets the snap. Quick throw to the left side. It's caught by Williams, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by McCoy, but it's a first down. He's got a dozen out to the 45-yard line. And Washington State quickly up to the line of scrimmage, wanting to speed up the tempo. Kalani over the ball at center. Shotgun snap. Handoff to Parker, and Parker will get 3 yards to the 48. Knocked down by the center of the line. I believe Simpson was in there as one of the tacklers for Boise State.
Yeah, great job by Boise State's defense just getting lined up there on that hurry up. But you look at the Washington State's Cougars, they have a lot of weapons on wide receivers. They feel like they have the best wide receiver core in the country.
7-7 the score. 2nd down and 7. Washington State approaching midfield at their own 48. Mateer now in the backfield with Payne. Back to pass. Mateer flushed out of the pocket, chased. High steps his way out of the pocket to the 50, to the 45 of Boise State. Tubner will make the tackle, not before he picked up 8 and a first down.
Yeah, and exactly the issue with Mateer. When you blitz him, bring some blitzers, and those guys miss, he's got a lot of open turf in front of him. Nice job just getting through that mess for the Washington State quarterback before finally being brought down by Alexander Tubner.
Ball at the 44-yard line of Boise State. Freeman is in for Mathers, so an extra wide receiver officials hold up play, giving Boise State a chance to sub if they want, and they'll take it. Feely will come back in for Callahan. 1st and 10, 7-7 the score. Ball at the 44 of the Broncos. Mateer hands the ball off to Pelusi, and he'll run it for maybe 2 yards. Got pushed back. A whole bunch of Broncos are there. Gums, Hassanin, Robinson. And we'll call it a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Bronco 42 in a tie game at 7th. Second possession for Washington State. Mateer, quick throw to the right side. Ball caught by Hudson. Inside the 40 at about the 38. Tubner is there. Irby also on the sideline.
Yeah, great job by Irby just getting a tackle. Of course, Washington State is going to complete some passes, but no yards after the catch. Irby making sure he wraps up the wide receiver and brings him down.
3rd down and 3. Washington State this season offensively on 3rd downs, 44%. Boise State, one of the worst. Only 5 teams worse, 49% on 3rd downs. 3rd and 4. They need to get to the Bronco 34-yard line. Mateer in an empty set. He's blitzed. He's going to run it. And Mateer is not going to get the first down. Boise State does a nice job. Marco Notriani came up from his middle linebacker spot to make the tackle. And now, as Boise State gets the Western Heating and Air 3rd down stop, it's a 4th down decision, and it looks like Washington State will go for it.
Yeah, just a little bit too long, I think, to kick the field goal here. I think Washington State was in 4-down territory just by that play call by Mateer, trying to pick it up, and if not, you still have 4th and very short for your offense.
So at the 36-yard line of Boise State, they need 2 yards to the 34. Freeman in motion. Now motions back to the left. Mateer in the shotgun. He's going to throw it for the moment. Now tries to take off. Runs. Boise State has stopped him. A 4th down stop. Boise State is held. Callahan and Newton, 2 of the defensive tackles there. Hassanin also gets up from the bottom of the pile. And Boise State has come up with a huge 4th down stop.
Yeah, and Andrew Simpson blitzing on that play as well. Came along the outside, actually had contained, and forced Mateer back in the center of the football field to Boise State's D.
And it is Sheldon Newton that's slow to get up on this play. We've got timeout in the field. 6:58 remaining in the first quarter. Tied at 7. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Have your power of choice with Ford's lineup of gas, electric, or hybrid vehicles. Outperform the competition with America's best-selling trucks for 47 years, Ford F-Series. Take the road less traveled in a Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's lineup of electric or hybrid vehicles, like the Ford Maverick, Mustang Mach-E, or F-150 Lightning. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today, based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Looking to buy quality used trucks, trailers, equipment, or attachments? Look no further than Boise West Equipment. At Boise West Equipment, we sell all makes and models for your needs. Spring, summer, winter, or fall, no matter the season, we've got it all. We're your local trusted source for all your heavy equipment needs. Visit us Monday through Friday right along the freeway in Boise. Remember, at Boise West Equipment, we have one or we'll find one. Come see us today and go Broncos.
A chip is just a chip without hell of a good dip. If you're looking for a never-miss flavor that you'll never stop craving for game day, French onion is our guy. Real deal ingredients, ridiculously smooth and creamy texture, and off-the-charts crave-worthy flavor that makes any dip, dunk, or bite come alive. It's hell of a creamy, hell of a delicious, hell of a good dip. Official sponsor of the Hell of a Good Tailgate Tour.
Boise State 7, Washington State 7, 6:58 to go in the first quarter. Sheldon Newton waved off the cart. The cart was out there to help him get off the field, but he was able to walk off very gingerly under his own power, though, and he's heading in the ISMI 10th. And Boise State's had a couple of guys get shaken up. James Ferguson Reynolds, the punter, and now Sheldon Newton.
Yeah, it looked like Sheldon Newton was just kind of the bottom of that pile there. Not sure maybe got stepped on or just kind of crunched with all the weight on top of him. Kind of funny seeing him wave off the cart, though, as well. The trainers might have needed some help carrying him off the field, but was able to walk off under his own power.
So Boise State on a 4th down stop. They've taken the ball away from Washington State at the 36-yard line. It was Mateer that tried to run it. The 220-pound quarterback was knocked down by a whole host of Broncos. 7-7, both teams have had the ball twice. Possession number 3 for the Broncos. Handoff Genty from the 36-yard line. He's going to get just one to the 37. And at least other than the 64-yard run, and he always seems to pop a couple of those, Pete. These guys have done a pretty good job for the most part.
Yeah, they really have, but Ashton Genty's done a nice job breaking a few tackles, too.
Fake to Genty. Madsen rolls right, completes the pass. Camper caught it at the 42, across the 50. Jukes a man to the 45, to the 40, inside the 35, down to around the 34-yard line. 30 yards on the pass play to Camper, and Boise State with a huge pass play.
Yeah, that was some nifty running there by Cam Camper. Nice job doing a sideline cut, not getting pushed out of bounds, cut back inside, and pick up about another 10 yards.
Officially down to the 35-yard line. Run Genty left side. Genty with 2 more down to the 33. Washington State's Gusta, defensive tackle, led the charge on the play. Helping out was also Rayam Stevenson from the defensive end spot. The Broncos have picked up a Mountain America first down on the drive. Madsen rolls right, throws the ball over the middle. It's tipped and intercepted. It was intended for Austin Bolt, and the Cougars have the game's first turnover.
Yeah, that was
the second interception by Madsen.
Yeah, as Madsen was kind of bootlegging out, just was looking for Austin Bolt, just didn't have the best eyes trying to disguise that. Threw it a little bit behind him as well before he finally threw it to the Washington State defender. Looked like it was Tyson Durant who got the tip, then the pick on that pass.
For Durant, that is his first interception of the season, his 6th of his career. He has also spent part of his career at Akron. So Washington State will get the ball on their own 27-yard line. So on the last 2 possessions, we've had a 4th down stop and a turnover. Washington State this season, Pete, has forced 9 turnovers. That's in the top 20.
Yes, their 6th interception on the season, while Boise State is still looking for their first.
So the turnover comes with 5:42 to go. Game is tied at 7. They get the ball at their own 27-yard line. Mateer in the shotgun gets the snap. Rolls right, being chased by Notriani. Threw the ball away. Intending it for Parker, and Parker was just smothered by Shea Oladipo. And Mateer had kind of his sights set on Notriani, knew just how long he could take a chance of holding on to it.
Yeah, Notriani was kind of delayed on his blitz as well, too, so I don't think Mateer is really accounting for him in protection. Nice job by Marco Notriani, at least getting in his face and forcing Mateer to throw it away. 2nd
down and 10. Ball still on the 27 of Washington State. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the backfield, Parker in motion. Mateer will throw back the other way. Shackelford made the catch, and Tubner made the hit almost immediately. It's going to be a gain of 1 on a quick throw to the left side. And now Washington State's going to have to earn 3rd and 9.
Yeah, great job there by Alexander Tubner, the Warfel Trophy watch list, just being a smart leader of this offense, knowing he watched the film, recognizing the wide receiver screen, and completely blowing it up.
Cougars 0 for 1 on 3rd downs tonight. It's 3rd and 9. They need to get to their 37 to avoid punting. Boise State looks like with 7 at the line. Looks like they're going to come after Mateer. Several drop back. Mateer back to pass. Mateer will go down. Sack Boise State. Coming up with the sack was Herbert Gums.
And that was just a nice job there by Boise State's defensive line. It looked like Boise State was bringing pressure, but Simpson backed out late. It was just the defensive line that came. They ran some games, and it worked, getting a sack on Mateer.
So the ball moves back to the 22-yard line. Cooper Jones back to return Janikowski's punt that will come from the 22-yard line. Boise State got that Western Heating and Air stop on third down. The punt to Jones, caught at the 28. And Jones will be tackled in his tracks. Washington State with nice coverage. On the tackle was Warren Smith, 51 yards, no return. But Boise State able to dodge the bullet on the interception. And they get the football back with just a shade over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Boise State just struggled so much to get out the field on third down, but you said earlier, got the fourth down stop, and then the 3 and out there against Washington State on their last possession.
Boise State going to spread out the field. Strawn to the left. 2 receivers to the right. 4-man front for Washington State. 1st and 10. 7-7 the score on their own 27. Madsen back to pass. Throws it underneath. The ball caught at the 30-yard line by his tight end Louder. He had 7 last week. He gets 9 here to the 36-yard line. Nice play on first down. Louder now on the season with 11 catches.
Yeah, that was a little delayed route there from Matt Louder as well, staying in to protect. Washington State doesn't account for him before slipping out. Nice 9-yard pickup there on first down by Matt Louder.
Boise State with a lot of opportunities here. 2nd and 1. Madsen under center. Genty the lone back. 2nd and 1. Handoff Genty. Genty up the middle, and he's got the first down. He needed 1. He got 2. And making the tackle for Washington State was Parker McKenna.
Yeah, you can see there on that last play, a little bit of play side penetration by Washington State's defensive line. Ashton Genty had to cut it up before he wanted to, but had just enough room to pick up that first down.
Breezy Dubar into the game for the first time this season. He'd missed the first 3 games with injury. Just as Sire Gaines exits, Dubar with a chance to play. He's the second running back in. After the Mountain America first down, it's 1st and 10 at the Bronco 38. Dubar with the carry, and Dubar is going to lose. He'll be tackled back at the 34-yard line. We'll call it a loss of 3 on first down. No line surge at all that time, and Boise State will have 2nd and 13.
No, if there was a surge at all, it was about 3 yards backwards in the face of Breezy Dubar. Boise State's offensive line's having a little bit of a challenge against Wazoo's defensive front.
Boise State tonight has run the ball for 77 yards, scored 64 on 1 play. 2nd down and 13 from just short of the Bronco 35. Game tied at 7. Madsen gets the snap in the pocket. Quick throw to the right side and under through Dubar. Dubar covered pretty well. Parker McKenna, the linebacker, on the coverage. McKenna, a transfer from Portland State, and now Boise State with 3rd and 13.
Yeah, on that pass from Maddox Madsen, just kind of came out of his hand a little bit funny. Not sure if he meant to try to pump it and pull it back, but I thought just kind of came out of his hand funny.
Camper, Bolt, and Penry all come to the left side. Tight end over on the right side. Now Camper starts to go right, comes back left. Madsen back to pass. Genty with a good block. Madsen throws the pass left side, caught by Penry, and it's a first down. Penry caught it short. 2 defenders were there. He's going to pick up about 15, and the Sticks will move Boise State to their own 49-yard line on a 3rd down conversion.
And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That pass probably should have been picked by Washington State, instead somehow found the hands of Chase Penry for another Bronco first down.
Chase Penry on the season, his 3rd catch. Genty the lone back. Madsen settling under center. Camper in motion to the left and now back to the right. Fake it to Genty. Madsen back to pass with time. Left side, Louder there. Cut the ball at the 30 and he's down to the 20. Making the tackle for Washington State. Moku, the defensive back, 32 yards to Louder, and Boise State not only gets the Mountain America first down, but they also get inside the Coastline Equipment red zone.
Yeah, that's already the 4th or 5th time I've seen a delayed pass route from a tight end. Again, this time Matt Louder, nice job staying in, making sure Maddox is protected before getting out. Was wide open. Boise State now in the red zone.
So down to the Washington State 20-yard line. Madsen in the shotgun. Handoff Genty. Genty powering his way over right guard, down close to the 16 for a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Boise State.
Yeah, I think Boise State trying to keep Washington State's offense on the sideline. We'll probably watch this last 30 seconds tick off the clock and get into the second quarter.
Game tied at 7. Maybe time for one more play. We'll see, as Pete said, if Boise State is in any hurry. Play clock and the game clock almost identical. I think the play clock 1 second under, so they could take it down and close out the quarter. 2nd down and 6 for Boise State. Ball at the 16. Handoff, Genty right side. It's going to be worth a yard to the 15, and that'll take us to the second quarter. So we're going to end the first quarter with Washington State and Boise State tied at 7. Take a break on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
The Broncos are proud to present the Boise State Athletics preferred restaurant partners: Anthony's, Blaze Pizza, Costa Vida Fresh Mexican Grill, Dutch Bros, Firehouse Subs, Taco Bell, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Tucano's Brazilian Grill, and Guthrie's Chicken Fingers. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your next dining experience.
Attention Boise State fans, this season trust Dodd Roofing and Exteriors, the official roof of the Boise State Broncos. They've got the expertise and quality to keep your home as strong and dependable as your favorite team. From game day to every day, Dodd Roofing and Exteriors' top-notch roofing solutions ensure your home stays safe and stylish. So whether you're watching from the stands or your living room, make sure your roof is game day ready. Call Dodd Roofing and Exteriors today at 208-295-9421 or visit us at doddroofs.com. Dodd Roofing and Exteriors, building champions one roof at a time.
Boise State fans, are you ready to elevate your game day experience? Make your tailgate the ultimate pregame party with Event Rent. We've got multiple options perfect for any size crowd. Whether it's a company event or a gathering of friends, we'll handle everything. No setup, no takedown, just show up and enjoy. And the best part, we're right next to Albertson Stadium entrance, so you won't miss a minute of the action. To reserve your spot today, visit BoiseStateTailgate.com or call 208-695-2121. Go Broncos!
This week's Bronco Ford student athlete is Maya Dutta from the tennis team. She won the Boise State Classic last week, winning all 3 of her matches in the top flight. Tennis team will be home tomorrow, wrapping up the Barb Chandler Classic at the Appleton Tennis Center. There's never been a better time to get a great deal on a Ford truck or SUV than at your Idaho Ford Stores Ford, the official truck of the Broncos. We played 1 quarter. Both teams scored on their first possession, Pete. I thought we were going to be off to the races in scoring. We're tied at 7. But there have been some big defensive plays, an interception for Washington State, 4th down stop for Boise State, a big 3rd down sack for Herbert Gums for the Broncos, and Boise State on the move. They've got the ball inside the Coastline Equipment red zone. They have it at the just shy of the 15-yard line and face a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and Boise State, I think today is going to have their pass game going. So far, Maddox Madsen, 4 for 9. Would like to see that completion percentage go up. That interception you said earlier has had some explosive passes, 82 yards through the air. Then you look at Ashton Genty, 10 carries for 86 yards. But if you take away the 64-yarder, Boise State's only ran the ball 10 times for 19 yards, minus that 64-yard touchdown. So again, more production for Boise State, and I think some of it's going to have to come in the pass game.
Mateer 4 for 5 for 32 yards. He also is our leading rusher, 5 carries for 55 yards. Madsen 4 of 9 for 82. Genty 10 carries in the first quarter for 86 yards and a touchdown. Louder, the favorite target, with 2 catches tonight. All right, Broncos have 3rd and a long 5. They need to get to the 10 for a first down. 7-7 as we begin the second quarter. Louder moves over to the left side at tight end. Madsen back to pass. Open hole. He's going to try to run it. May have run a little too late. Ball knocked out at the end. Don't know if it's a fumble or if they're going to say that he was down.
Yeah, I think either way, Boise State jumped on it. Maddox Madsen just has to be a little bit smarter there. Of course, I like him with the decision to rush the football after seeing everything covered up, but you have to know you're in the red zone. You have to leave the red zone with points, and you cannot turn the football over away. That was a near disaster for Boise State.
Andrew Edson made the tackle. Jonah Dalmas will try to tie the Mountain West record for field goals made. He has 82. This would be 83. New holder, it's not Ferguson Reynolds, but Jonah Dalmas will give the Broncos a 10-7 lead with his 83rd field goal of his Boise State career. And Boise State has a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, that one came off of Jonah Dalmas's foot. A little awkward. Not sure if the hold wasn't good or not, but at least it got through.
Boise State with the Dalmas field goal. That is 83 field goals. He ties Brandon Talton, recent player at the University of Nevada. Boise State leads it by 3. They'll kick off when we come back on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
When you need reliable farm equipment, turn to Mountain View Equipment Company and Oxbow. We proudly offer the highest quality forage mergers from Oxbow to boost your productivity. For over 50 years, Mountain View Equipment Company has been locally owned and operated, serving Idaho's farmers 24/7 with quality and dedication. Find us conveniently located in Meridian on I-84 next to Roaring Springs Water Park, or in Jerome, Homedale, and Sunnyside, Washington. Visit mtvieweq.com today. Go Broncos!
A chip is just a chip without hell of a good dip. If you're looking for a never-miss flavor that you'll never stop craving for game day, French onion is our guy. Real deal ingredients, ridiculously smooth and creamy texture, and off-the-charts crave-worthy flavor that makes any dip, dunk, or bite come alive. It's hell of a creamy, hell of a delicious, hell of a good dip. Official sponsor of the Hell of a Good Tailgate Tour.
Get your home turf ready to play with the game-changing performance of Steel. Enjoy big savings this fall on Steel handheld outdoor power equipment. Find yours at over 10,000 local Steel dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Boise State Broncos. Real Steel. Find yours.
Jonah Dalmas's 29-yard field goal puts Boise State on top 10-7. Field goals and extra points presented by Ncaaf Floors and Interiors. Again, 83 field goals. Boise State had the ball for nearly 5 minutes on that last drive, 4:55. And on the drive, Matson was 3 out of 4 for 56 yards. His third down scramble, Pete, I think he started to move too slowly.
Yeah, again, just kind of make a decision and go with it. I thought the scramble was there, but again, he kind of stalled to some degree. But the worst thing about all of it was putting the football on turf. You cannot do that, especially in the red zone. Boise State lucky to walk away with some points.
They're on top 10-7. Different kicker this time. I believe it's Reeser. And Reeser punches it halfway into the end zone. It'll be taken by Leighton Smithson, and he will down it. Kickoff man that time was Jarrett Reeser. I believe the last holder was Taryn Shive for Boise State, the other kicker, with James Ferguson Reynolds maybe out of the game with an injury. An ankle injury was our guess.
Yeah,
looking at him.
He just got rolled up onto, it wasn't his kicking leg, but it was his left foot. Looked like at least got pretty good torque and a sprain at least.
So the Cougars down 3 now, get the football back. Kickoff will put it at the 25-yard line. And we've got a flag down.
Offense, number 10, 5-yard penalty. And made first down.
Was that a delay of game?
It was, but that might have been a clock error. That seemed mighty fast for a delay of game, but
I would agree.
That's football. You got to live with it sometimes.
They started the clock, and again, a lot of noise at that south end zone, Pete. Not a false start, but same result.
Yeah, it doesn't only affect offenses, it affects referees too.
From the 20 now, Mateer with a pass right side, Williams with the catch over to the sidelines. Benefield will push him out. And we'll see whether they'll mark Williams out. He'll mark him out at the 23, so just a gain of 3. So they're behind the chains now. Washington State has the ball, 2nd down and 12 at their own 23. Williams and Hudson will go to the right. 3 other receivers, Meredith, Shackelford, and Freeman, come to the left. So 5 receivers in this set. Mateer in the shotgun. 2nd and 12. Broncos rush 4. And the pass is complete to Williams over on the right side. McCoy on the tackle. And the gain will be about 9. So now it's 3rd and 2. Boise State on 3rd downs tonight has stopped them twice. Cougars have yet to convert a 3rd down.
And this is a big one here for Boise State with the offense moving already 167 yards for the offense. You would love to get a stop. You would love to get a punt. And you would love to try to get up by 2 possessions against Wazoo.
3rd and 2. Parker in the backfield with Mateer. Boise State with 5 guys up front. Mateer hands it off to Parker. Parker will be tackled in the backfield. Another 3rd down stop. Who was there getting up at the bottom of the pile? Herbert Gums. He's having a heck of a game tonight. And Boise State with another Western Heating and Air 3rd down stop. 2nd huge 3rd down play for Gums.
Beautiful play by the defensive line led by Herbert Gums on that one. Just pushing the offensive lineman back. It's always a bad look if you're an offensive lineman, if you're facing the guy with the football. That means there's bad blocks, and that means the defense is dominating. Nice 3rd down stop by the Broncos.
10-7 Boise State. Janikowski to punt. Jones back to return it for Boise State. 4th down and 3. Whistles before the actual punt.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
2nd delay of game tonight in just a few plays for Washington State. So now you have a little more room to tee off, Pete, because on 4th and 3, you don't want to run into the kicker and give him a free 5 yards and a 1st down.
And you want to make sure you hold your water to not jump off sides. So that was a nice job there by Boise State in the crowd once again being a factor in this game.
Now you've got it 4th and 8. If you were to jump off sides, it would not be a 1st down. Boise State, though, playing for the return. Janikowski with a very short punt. Tumbling in traffic. Jones will call for a fair catch at the 39-yard line. Just a 34-yard punt, no return. And Pete, Jones said he wouldn't fair catch, but you know what? That was the smart play.
It really was a smart play because that ball probably would have bounced another 20 yards back too. So Cooper Jones saved some yardage.
12:06 to go in the half. 10-7 Broncos. We'll take a break. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
My name is JJ. I grew up in Glens Ferry area, and we're out here barbecuing, going hiking. The dangers of rural roads is just how isolated you can be, being away from town and maybe not having great cell service. So if something happens, you can't get an Uber. I think if you're planning on drinking, plan ahead, getting a designated driver, and just making sure that you have a way home safely. Stay safe, Idaho.
The Broncos are proud to present these preferred local partners in the home service industry as members of the Boise State Home Team, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Blind Appeal, Cloverdale Plumbing Company, Dodd Roofing and Exteriors, Nampa Floors and Interiors, RowPaint.com, Snake River Pool and Spa, and Bauscher Real Estate. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your home team today. The Boise State Home Team, where local pride meets home improvement excellence.
Bronco Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of Boise State Athletics and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know that it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or your loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Broncos.
$12 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Boise State 10, Washington State 7. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Bronco football. Boise State, excellent starting position, leading 10-7. Pete getting to start it at their own 40-yard line.
And we talked about it on that 3rd down play that we just saw a couple snaps ago. Try to get up by 2 possession on Washington State. This is a very explosive offense in the Cougars. If Boise State can get themselves a little insurance, getting up 2 possessions, that'd be huge.
64-yard touchdown for Genty on the first possession. Last possession, a 29-yard field goal by Jonah Dalmas. Broncos playing with 2 tight ends in this first play. Camper in motion, the receiver from right to left. Cougars with a 4-man front. Madsen fakes it to Genty, retreats, looking long, left side, throwing it out there and overthrew everybody. It was intended for Bolt. The coverage was Stephen Hall for Washington State and was just overthrown by a tad. Bolt this season with just 2 catches for 11 yards. He had a couple of big games last year with some long catches for touchdowns against both New Mexico and UNLV.
Yeah, and that's really kind of been my question so far this season is more production of guys like Prince Strawn, who only's got 3 catches this season, as you said, Austin Bolt, who's just got 2.
Strawn will go wide to the left, Camper to the right. 2nd and 10 from the Bronco 40. Madsen coming up under center and then drops back in the shotgun, places Genty off his right shoulder. 4-man front for the Cougars. Handoff Genty left side, bounces outside, and a late flag comes in after Genty breaks a couple of tackles to pick up 6 if the play stands to the 46-yard line. And he kept going after the tackle was made by Durant. But it looks like the flag may go against Boise State as they are retreating.
Yeah, a couple of Bronco offensive linemen lost their footing.
Holding. Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty. And remain 2nd down.
Chase Penry was the guilty party holding. Genty was tackled by Durant, or at least tried to tackle by Durant. The linebacker Thornton had to finish him off. Broncos will get 2nd down over. Up 10-7. The ball moves back to the 30. They need to get to the 50 for a 1st down, so we'll call it 2nd down and 20. Madsen gets the snap. In the pocket. Short left. Penry with the catch and an immediate tackle for Washington State by Latatimua. And it's only just about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks like actually the defender on the tackle hurt himself on that one. Kind of had his arm extended a little bit. Might have hurt his shoulder.
And this will stop action with 11:34 to go in the half. Project Filter is Idaho's free resource to quit tobacco or vaping. And it's proud to partner with the Bronco community. What if you quit today? You can quit. We can help. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or visit projectfilter.org. Boise State will have a 3rd down and 17 when play resumes. Broncos have been pretty good on 3rd down tonight, 2 out of 4.
A good time for both teams to kind of catch their breath a little bit. Looks like the defender,
Latatimua, sorry.
Not the easiest word to say. That's why I let you do it, and I didn't. That's good to see him.
He's going to walk off under 13 tackles coming into the game. All right, we'll see what Boise State comes up with here.
Biggest thing here is you can't force a bad play into something that's worse. It's okay to punt it away here and put your defense back on the field that's been playing pretty well.
It'll be interesting to see who the punter will be if Boise State does not make 3rd and 17. From the 33, Madsen flushed out of the pocket to the right and threw it at Genty's feet. I think just tried to avoid a sack. Middle linebacker Thornton had the coverage. And here come the Broncos to punt. And it is going to be number 39, and that is Taron Scheib that will be doing the punting. Scheib is the transfer from San Jose State. We've seen him as a kickoff guy. So Scheib to punt from the 33-yard line. Freeman to return the punt, standing at his own 23. 10-7 Boise State, 11-17 to go. First half. Scheib's punt high, not overly deep. It's going to go at the 35-yard line and bounce out of bounds there. 32 yards on the punt, but nothing on the return. And it's 10-7 Boise State, brings us to another timeout. Still a lion's share of the second quarter to go. Washington State with the ball at the 35-yard line, their own end of the field, when we come back on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze.
First Federal Bank, Idaho's community bank of choice. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all credit products subject to approval.
Boise State just handed out a note saying that James Ferguson Reynolds is questionable return. Again, Shibe had that punt. Sheldon Newton, I don't know that we've seen him come back to action either tonight.
No, we've seen a couple injuries. I think some will return, some won't. For those punters, it happened on James Ferguson Reynolds' plant foot. That's a pretty important foot to have strong if you want to boom punts.
Boise State ahead 10-7, 170 yards for the Broncos, 103 for Washington State. Boise State's touchdown, a 64-yard run from Genty on Boise State's first series. Washington State's first touchdown was set up by their first play, a 52-yard run by quarterback John Mateer, and the difference in the game, a 29-yard field goal. Jonah Dalmas, that is the Mountain West career tying record. He's now made 83 field goals. Boise State's defense last couple of series has been big on either third or fourth down. Empty set, 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Broncos with a 4-man front against Mateer. That's all that rush. Mateer with a quick throw to Freeman on the right side, and he's going to get a little better than a first down. He's going to get about 12. Boise State able to close it down pretty much after he caught the ball.
And haven't really seen Washington State try to chuck it downfield for a big pass play either. A lot of really short dink-and-dunk passes so far from the Cougars.
Benefield with the tackle for the Broncos. 1st and 10 at the Washington State 48. Mateer back to pass, free play. Boise State was offsides. Mateer's pass overthrowing Freeman. Devon Banks was there, also close to that ball for Boise State, but I think it's going to be a free 5 for Washington State. Somebody in the middle, I think it may have been
I think it's Braxton Thiele, yep.
Boise State had a lot of guys up front that time. I think they had at least 5 defensive linemen ready to go against Mateer.
Yeah, they're really trying to disguise what kind of blitzers are coming, trying to give Mateer a little bit something to think about before snapping the ball.
So it's now 1st and 5 as the ball moves into Bronco territory at the Boise State 47. Mateer with a high snap, able to catch it, give it off to Parker, sheds a couple of tackles inside the 40, gets to the near sideline to the 30, and gets pushed out around the 26-yard line. Making the stop for Boise State was Banks, but 21 yards on the run for number 21, Parker.
Yeah, Wayshawn Parker, the true freshman for the Cougars, is kind of emerging as their go-to back. Got his first start last week against San Jose State. You can see why, pretty shifty out in the open field.
6th carry this season for better than 20 yards for Parker. They have the ball at the 26, looking to take the lead. It's 10-7 Boise State. Down to 10 minutes to go in the first half. Mateer awaits the snap. Fakes it to Parker. Throws it left side. His receiver, Williams, late to turn around. It's incomplete. He threw it before Williams was really ready. Boise State had good coverage around the 5 on the near side of the field. It'll go as an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 at the Bronco 26.
Yeah, it looked like actually Williams might have had a step there on Banks. If Mateer was able to lob that, get some more air underneath that football, would have given Kyle Williams a better chance to come down with it.
Williams, one of their top receivers, came into the game with 16 catches, 4 for touchdowns. 2nd down and 10 from the Bronco 26. Mateer in an empty set gets the shotgun snap left side with a catch. The 20 is Williams, and he looks mad at himself. He had plenty of room. He could have maybe gotten a first down. We'll call it a gain of 7. And it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for a first down.
Yeah, Kyle Williams, a lot more steady Eddie than that simple mistake. Should have known where the first down marker is. But Kyle Williams, he's played in 42 games, 42 consecutive games with at least 1 catch.
Half of those or more at UNLV. Sheldon Newton, who went off, waving off the cart, is back in there at defensive tackle. 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 19. They have to get to the 16. Broncos ahead by 3. 10-7. Now looks like we're going to get a Washington State timeout. When life gets real, start at Kohl's, where we've lowered prices on thousands of items your family needs for whatever life brings. Kohl's, where families come first. We got a chance at this one tonight. Get ready for the Breezy Bundle. If Breezy scores a touchdown, then you get a hot dog and any size fountain drink for just $1 with Let's Go rewards at Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's. And that would take place on Tuesday following the game. Jackson says, let's go. Download the Let's Go rewards app or visit jacksons.com/Broncos for more details. Breezy hasn't played in the first 3 games because of injury. The Breezy Bundle in play tonight.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, where else is the dollar menu still alive and well? So hopefully Breezy can find a touchdown after Boise State makes this third down stop.
Washington State is 0 for 3 tonight on third downs. Play resumes. There'll be 9:20 to go in the first half. Palalasi is the running back behind Mateer. And we have a false start on the right side. Almost looked like the center was late as the right guard moved early.
Yeah, it looked like the running back, a few guys moved early. I think you're exactly right. The center didn't snap the ball on time.
False start. Offense, number 65. 5-yard penalty. And remain third down.
A little more difficult from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Penalties tonight for Washington State. They now have 3 penalties.
But what makes that big? If Boise State can get a sack here now in an obvious passing situation, might bump the Cougars out of kicking distance.
Boise State tonight with the 1 sack. Herbert Gums with the sack. 9-2-0. All in the 24. They need to get to the 16. Well, it's 8 to go. Mateer awaits the snap. Gets it. Rolls right. Throws the ball on a rope, and it's caught, but short of the first down. McCoy made the stop. The catch was made by Meredith. So Boise State with another Western Heating and Air third down stop. The play is worth 7, leaving them 4th and 2. And for the moment, well, they're going to bring the field goal team out to try to tie the game. I thought they were going to go for it.
Yeah, it looked like Washington State was thinking about it there for a little bit. But again, that penalty was costly, and the wide receivers a couple times in that possession, not knowing where the first down marker is. Kyle Williams missed it earlier, and on that one, a couple yards short.
So Janikowski will try a 35-yard field goal from the right hash. Had a 52-yarder in the last game against San Jose State. Boise State with a big rush, and Janikowski's kick will tie the game. And the Cougars will score 5 plays, 46 yards, a minute 44 off the clock. And it's 10-10 now.
You know, that was one heck of an effort there by Katanoe. Kaniho not playing as much as he did in his younger years, but still a big part of special teams. Almost came like an old kind of crack back you'd see on offense, but from the defensive position, motioning in, getting his full head of steam, his full momentum, and sprinting when that ball snapped was really close to blocking that field goal try.
Janikowski now 5 out of 7 on field goals this season. And Boise State will get the ball back, but Washington State has evened the score. Boise State did get that Western Heating and Air third down stop. Broncos tonight and Washington State even with 6 Mountain America first downs apiece. Janikowski, with the injury to the starting punter, will also kick off. He kicks off, handles the place kicks as well as punts. Janikowski's kick will go to Cam Bates, yard deep in the end zone. He's going to bring it out, come back to the middle of the field, and that's going to end up not being a real good decision. He'll get out to the 15, but won't see the 20. So Boise State with the football back, 8:20 to go in the second quarter. And they take over officially at the 18-yard line. Madsen tonight just 5 out of 12 for 85 yards and has an interception. Genty in the backfield averaging 8.6 a carry. Gets the handoff, and Washington State's done a nice job. Genty may get no gain on that play. Washington State has done a far better job than any of the first three opponents at really kind of negating Boise State's offensive line.
Yeah, we've seen really Ashton Genty in the first 3 games or 2.5 that he's played, essentially not playing at all last week. The second half against Portland State, as he does get kind of bottled up there in the line of scrimmage and is able to break it out. But Washington State, I think, just doing a better job getting multiple defenders with their hands on Ashton Genty, making it tough for him to break those tackles at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 after no gain. Madsen in the shotgun, Genty off his right shoulder. 4-man front for Washington State. Madsen looks to throw over the middle. Camper with the catch, the 25, tries to get to the left side. He's got the Mountain America first down out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, and the sticks will move for Boise State on the catch to Camper. Yeah, it looked like that was just a coverage bust there by Washington State. Cam Camper wide open right in the middle of the football field. Easy pitch and throw for Maddox Madsen as Cam Camper gets a first down.
3rd catch for Camper in the game. He's got 13 on the season. The transfer from Indiana. Madsen comes under center. The tight end Louder in motion from right to left. Fake it to Genty. Madsen throws it left side, and Louder tried to run before he had it. And a late flag came down. We'll see what this will do. It'll be an incomplete play. And it was one of those where receiver Louder turned upfield before he actually finished the catch. Looks like it's holding against Boise State.
Offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty. Remain first down.
Paul Schmidt, the right tackle, called for holding, and Washington State's going to give them another chance at first down. Ball moves back to the 20. It'll be 1st and 20 in a 10-10 game.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time, too. Sometimes burning it down is worth more than having to do over again and getting 10 more yards. You have to convert. It's like baseball, just swings at the bat.
Madsen in the shotgun, gets the snap, retreats. Rush closes in. He tries to run, gets by the line of scrimmage, dives across the 25 to about the 26, somewhere between 5 and 6 yards on the scramble. Boise State will be behind the chains, but not as badly as they could have been. 2nd and 14 is the ball out to the 26.
Yeah, quicker decision there by Maddox Madsen to scramble the football. Good decision there as well. Kind of making the 2nd and long a little bit more manageable.
Thornton, the middle linebacker, on the stop for the Cougars. They'll bring in a couple of fresh defensive linemen, Dinboo and Gusta, in the middle. As Washington State puts 5 at the line. Now Thornton drops back. McKenna comes up. Quick throw right side. They get it out to Genty on the screen. 25, hurdles a man to the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. Gain of about 8 to Genty. We haven't seen them throw the ball to him much out of the backfield, Pete, but that was the patented hurdle move. Got him an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, that was really Genty's really 6th catch of the season. Again, another Heisman type of highlight for him. Not tons of yardage on that one, about 6 or 7 yards gain, but jumped just as equally high on the hurdle, making more highlights for the nation to show.
Ethan O'Connor played the part of the hurdle. Bates in motion from right to left on 3rd and 7. Ball at the 33. They need to get to the 40. Madsen back to pass. Madsen steps out of the pocket, runs to the right, to the 35, to the 40. He's got the Mountain America first down, scrambling, and he gets the ball to the 35-yard line, and the sticks move.
Yeah, great job again by Ashton Genty, too. Actually went out on a pass route, but tried to get in front of Maddox to give him another blocker. Boise State playing full throttle, all gas tonight.
So the Broncos with the ball at their own 45-yard line. Nice run by Madsen. Fresh set of downs on the Mountain America first down. Madsen looks to throw in the pocket, throwing long right side, flag down. Bolt against O'Connor, and I think O'Connor's going to get the foul for Washington State.
Yeah, O'Connor, not the best of series. He was the man hurdle earlier by Ashton Genty, essentially getting posterized a little bit by Boise State's offense on this drive.
Pass interference in college would be 15 yards. Boise State, if the play is that.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 24, 10-yard penalty, and by rule, automatic first down.
So the Broncos will switch the ball from their 45 to the Cougar 45. Holding penalty only worth 10. Pass interference would have been worth 15, but they'll take it, get the fresh set of downs. Another Mountain America first down for Boise State.
We've seen Aston Bolt targeted a few times deep by Maddox Matson so far in this one.
So it's first down now in the Washington State end of the field as the penalty moves it to the 45-yard line. Tight formation this time. Dubar is the running back behind Matson under center. Hand off to Breezy, and Breezy's going to lose a yard back to the 46-yard line. Breezy has, I think, lost yardage on both his carries tonight. Getting up from the bottom of the pile, Isaac Terrell, defensive end for Washington State.
Yeah, Washington State, they really have gotten the most penetration against this offensive line of the Broncos, more than any opponent that I've seen so far this football season. Again, we talk about it all the time. The way to kill running plays is play side penetration, and Wazoo's doing a great job of it so far.
10-10 the score, 4.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 11 from the Cougar 46. Jason Steele in now at center. Matson, quick throw over the middle. The ball is caught just short of the first down. Making the catch, Chase Penry. It'll be worth 9. We'll leave him 2 yards to go at the Cougar 37.
Yeah, that puts Boise State in Jonah Dalmas territory as well. But Boise State thinking more and wanting a touchdown after they convert this third down.
Durant with the tackle for Washington State. Penry tonight getting playing time because of no Chris Marshall, no Latrell Caples. And Penry is the leading receiver with 3 catches. Cam Camper and Matt Lauder, the leading receiver as far as yards go with 40. Matson on this drive, Pete, 3 of 3 for 28 yards.
Yeah, he's looked a lot better. It was a little bit shaky there in the first quarter, I thought, with a little bit of inaccurate passing. A lot more comfortable here in the second quarter.
Now let's see what Boise State's able to do. It's 3rd and 2. You look at third downs, Boise State 50%. It's about what they are for the season. A little over 50%, but they're 3 of 6 tonight. They have a 3rd and 2. It's a power formation, loaded up to the right. Toss right to Genty. Genty trying to get around the corner, does. He's got the first down and gets shoved out of bounds by Moku, the defensive back. But not before a Mountain America first down for Ashton Genty inside the Washington State 30, down to the 27-yard line for a pickup of 10.
Yeah, Moku needs to be a little bit careful, too. That was a little bit of a late hit and a very violent hit. On Ashton Genty right there in the sidelines. Very easily could have been a personal foul.
So Matson has converted a third down on a run on this drive. Genty has converted a third down on this drive. To the Cougar 28, trying to break a 10-all tie late in the first half. Matson gets the snap in the shotgun, throwing it long right side. Has Bolt out there, and it's off his fingertips. O'Connor on the coverage with help from Wilson, and a late flag comes down, and I believe Boise State's going to get the PI against Washington State.
Yeah, it looks like the defender was just hanging on to Austin Bolt's back pocket as he was running another holding against
Personal
Cougars.
Foul, face mask, defense, number 24. Half the distance to the goal, an automatic first down.
It's O'Connor grabbing the face mask right at the end of the play. The ball was going to be incomplete. So O'Connor has had a couple of miscues on this drive.
He also got hurdled once, too. He's got 3 really negative plays against them on this one possession alone.
So the Broncos have now entered the Coastline Equipment Red Zone. It's time to power through. And Boise State has it at the 14-yard line. Madsen coming under center. Running back is Genty. Fake to him. No, it's a handoff to Genty. Genty bouncing off tacklers. Genty carrying him all the way. And Genty, is he in for the end zone? He is! Touchdown, Ashton Genty. I thought it was handed off on the reverse. And Jeanty kept going quietly up the middle, picking up speed. Jeanty into the end zone, 14 yards. It is his second touchdown of the game, his 11th touchdown of the season.
Unbelievable run. Ashton Jeanty was stonewalled at the 10-yard line, made 5 defenders bounce off of him before dragging 2 more in the end zone. One of Ashton Jeanty's most prolific plays, and he's had many of them this year.
And Jonah Dalmas's extra point is up and good. Ashton Jeanty gets the Store It self-storage touchdown. For all your storage needs, Store It has you covered. The extra point converted by Dalmas, Ncaaf Floors and Interiors. Extra point. And we'll have the scoring drive brought to you by First Federal Bank. Visit bankfirstfed.com to join Idaho's community bank of choice and enhance your financial well-being. It is a 9-play, 82-yard drive that took 5 minutes and 1 second. Boise State up 17-10. Madsen on the drive, Pete, was 3 for 3 for 28 yards, and Jeanty 4 for 32.
Yeah, that run also gets him over 100 yards on the football game. Ashton Jeanty, 13 carries, 109 yards, and 2 touchdowns so far in this one, averaging 8.4 yards per carry. Ashton Jeanty telling the Washington State defense, can't stop, won't stop. I'm going to be going all game long.
That is the 4th time in 4 games this year that he has had at least 100 yards, his 12th of his career.
Needs one more 200-yard game, too, to tie the record of Cedric Minter. Got 3 200-yard games in his career, tied with Jay Ajayi, Jeremy McNichols, and Alexander Madison, all playing in the NFL.
As tight as this game is, his 109 yards, I think Boise State's going to need to see him double it in the second half.
Agreed.
Shive will kick off. That was Jeanty's 32nd career rushing touchdown. And Shive's kick's going to land on the R in Broncos. It'll be a touchback. Continues to amaze me, Pete. I bought the fake. I bought the fake to the left, to the right side, and Jeanty went up the middle. And it looked like it was going to be a ho-hum run up the middle, but he has a way of turning ho-hums into touchdowns.
Yeah, Ashton Jeanty's one heck of a camouflage or decoy if you want to use him as such, but he's even better with the ball in his hands. It's a right play call there, and Ashton Jeanty, again, won't stop, can't stop. He's going to have his foot on the gas all night long against Washington State.
Boise State playing a lot of dime tonight. Simpson, the only linebacker in this set. But Tier, quick throw right side, ball caught. Coming back to the middle after the catch is Hudson. He's going to get 10 for a first down.
Yeah, this is a big defensive series for Boise State. Keep in mind, Wazoo won the coin toss deferred, so the Broncos don't want to give up back-to-back scores to Washington State with 3 minutes left in the first half.
3:02 remaining. Washington State possesses 2 out of their 3 timeouts. Mateer back to pass. Caught by Hudson, missed tackle by McCoy. First down and more. He'll pick up about 12 or 13 yards. And Washington State almost up to midfield.
Yeah, but with those timeouts, again, the new rule of the 2-minute warning, Washington State will probably do one more play before the 2-minute warning gives them a little bit of a break.
2:24 and counting to go. They've got a first down and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Boise State still in the dime. 4 safeties on the field. Mateer waits the snap. And we've got a false start on the right side. Going to go against the right tackle. Moe will be the guilty party, and that's probably what, at least between delay of games and illegal procedure calls, I think it's number 3.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, talked about it, the 12th man of Bronco Nation, being just as big as a player in this game as anyone.
1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty, and that will bring us down to the timeout, the 2-minute timeout. We're going to take this 60-second bonus timeout. Boise State with a 17-10 lead with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Take a break on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Have any big changes happened in your life lately? Your Health Idaho is here to help Bronco fans get affordable, quality health insurance. If you've recently lost coverage, moved, had a baby, or gotten married, you could get quality health insurance at a lower cost thanks to tax credits available only through Your Health Idaho. Plus, anyone can enroll during open enrollment starting October 15th. Visit yourhealthidaho.org to learn if you qualify. That's yourhealthidaho.org.
Bronco fans, this is Jeremiah Dickey. It's a new era of college athletics. The mission of the Horseshoe Collective, an official sponsor of Bronco Athletics, is to pair local charitable causes with student athletes who wish to use their name, image, and likeness to make a positive impact in our community. Supporting the mission of the Horseshoe Collective will have a direct impact on student athletes in the Treasure Valley. To make a donation or to find out how you or your business can get involved, head to thehorseshoecollective.com.
2 minutes left to go in the first half. It's Boise State 17 and 10 for Washington State. Matier, the quarterback for the Cougars, has been very efficient, Pete. 10 of 12, but only for 89 yards. He does have one touchdown pass. Matier is also their leading rusher, 5 carries for 55 yards.
Yeah, but really overall, Boise State's doing a nice job really slowing down this Washington State offense. You look at this team, they average 15 yards a game. Right now, only 172 yards of total offense for the Cougs.
Pete, all week, I'm sure both of these defenses probably heard about, this is going to be a high-scoring game. You know, this is going to see 500, 600 yards on both sides. Both defenses have a lot of pride and have played well tonight.
They really have, really outside the opening possession where each team scored, helped by big explosive plays. Both defenses have really stepped up. Wazoo's done a nice job slowing down the run. Boise State's doing a nice job, too, being more efficient, getting those third down stops and a fourth down stop on top of it.
I mean, third down's big difference. Washington State 0 for 4 on third, 0 for 1 on fourth. Boise State is 4 for 7 on third down tonight. So
that's probably the difference in the game so far.
17-10. Boise State in front, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Empty set as Parker comes out of the backfield in motion to the right. Matier awaits the snap. Gets the snap. Big blitz. Matier steps up, throws it over the middle. He's got his receiver. It will not be a first down. McCoy will tackle Hudson. Hudson with his 4th catch to lead the Cougars. Needed 15, got about 11. Second down now, and we'll call it 4. Matier in the pocket, flushed out to the right, chased by Newton. Matier throws the ball to the sidelines, and a beautiful tippy-toe catch by Hudson over to the Bronco 37-yard line. Gain of 9, and the sticks move.
Yeah, Boise State's offensive lineman arguing with the ref a little bit, thinking they got hold on that as Matier bought more time rolling out to the right side of the pocket before finding a wide receiver right in front of Boise State's bench for that first down.
1:32 left in the half. Cougars with 2 timeouts. Matier blitzed again, and Matier will be sacked. Second sack. Whole bunch of blue jerseys are there. Let's see who gets up from the bottom of the pile. It may have been Andrew Simpson looking at Boise State's defensive guys that were there.
Yeah, it looks like Ahmed Hassanin was involved as well. Nice job shaking off that offensive tackle to get the quarterback, and it was Ahmed Hassanin getting that big sack.
All right, Hassanin leading the charge, his 3rd sack of the season. And now Washington State with a 2nd down and 18.
That was a big sack, knocking Wazoo out of field goal range as well. 48 seconds left in the first half.
Matier back to pass. Matier over the middle. Catch made by Meredith, and he gets tackled immediately by Zion Washington. Down to the Bronco 33-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 12.
Yeah, and Ahmed Hassanin now a little bit slow to get up as he sits on the turf.
Boise State has lost James Ferguson Reynolds. Fortunately, Sheldon Newton was able to come back. And Boise State's athletic trainers will come out and take a look at Hassanin. Hassanin now in his career with 17.5 sacks. He is going to be helped off with his arms around the shoulders of two of the athletic trainers.
Yeah, looking at Ahmed Hassanin's shoes, it looks like his shoes are spatted. That means it's essentially wrapped with tape, like an ankle wrap. That goes to show me maybe Ahmed's dealing with some sort of ankle issue and might have banged it up there on that last play.
Mateer is now 5 for 5 on this drive for 56 yards.
You don't typically spat your cleats unless you got a sore ankle, and Ahmed's got both of his cleats spatted.
From here, it'd be about a 50-yard field goal. We're down to 30 seconds left in the half. Washington State still with 2 timeouts. They're thinking touchdown. They have a third down, and we'll call it about 5. They need to get to the Bronco 27-yard line. Cougars are 0 for 4 on third downs. We'll see if Boise State can get another Western Heating and Air stop. Empty set for Mateer. 4 receivers left. Looks left. Throws underneath, and it's caught by Williams, who's got the first down. Tubner with the tackle. Only picked up about 7 or 8, but it was good enough for the first down as they needed about 5 or 6. Quick snap for Mateer. Looking for the end zone, throwing it down the middle. It's intercepted. Benefield with the interception in the end zone. Terrible pass by Mateer. And the Cougars will turn it over with 15 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, Mateer's such a good quarterback. So much upside, so much prolific type of plays. But you got to live with the good, with the bad. And that one was not good at all. Very bad by Mateer, throwing an interception to no one other than Ty Benefield, sitting right in the middle of the end zone.
And that's the first interception of the season for the Bronco defense. Mountain View Equipment Company presents turnovers. Mountain View Equipment, proud to sponsor Boise State football.
I've been looking forward to the first pick of the season. We finally got it. And what a bigger one than that by Ty Benefield, ending that touchdown potential drive by Wazoo.
From the 20-yard line, it's going to be a knee taken by Maddox Madsen, and Boise State is going to be ahead for the 4th time this season in 4 games at halftime. 17-10 over Washington State in what has turned out to be a fairly low-scoring game. Boise State has made some incredible defensive plays, Pete, when they've needed them most.
Yeah, they really have done a nice job, gotten a few sacks, getting a lot of those third down stops. Wazoo only 1 for 5 on third down, and then obviously that huge interception by Ty Benefield to end the first half.
All right, we'll take a break. 17-10 Boise State at the half. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Have your power of choice with Ford's lineup of gas, electric, or hybrid vehicles. Outperform the competition with America's best-selling trucks for 47 years, Ford F-Series. Take the road less traveled in a Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's lineup of electric or hybrid vehicles, like the Ford Maverick, Mustang Mach-E, or F-150 Lightning. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Pacific Source Health Plans.
At Select Health, we believe health insurance should be simple. And when we say simple, we mean simple. So we'll get right to the point. We'll never stop working to provide you with clear, easy-to-understand coverage and benefits that give you faster, better access to care. Because helping you get the care you need is the entire reason we exist. It's really that simple. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Boise State Broncos all season long with your favorite blue and orange gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from the blue at Albertson Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Broncos branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Broncos. Shields, proud partner of Boise State Athletics and football fans everywhere.
On the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield, this is the Bronco Halftime Report.
And our halftime scoreboard update is brought to you by First Federal Bank. You can visit bankfirstfed.com to join Idaho's community bank of choice and enhance your financial well-being. All right, let's look at the highlights as Boise State leads 17-10 at halftime. And the game started quickly for Boise State. Ashton Genty on the first possession cashed it in from over 60 yards out. Second down and 10. Ball at the Bronco 36-yard line. Pistol formation first time tonight. Cougars with a four-man front this time. Handoff Genty. Genty up the middle. Genty makes a couple of tacklers miss. Squirts out of the pile to the 45, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10. Touchdown, Ashton Genty. Another huge run. 64 yards for Ashton Genty on the score. Washington State wasted little time. They scored on their first possession as well, set up by a 52-yard run by the quarterback, Mateer, and it ended up on a 14-yard pass, Mateer to Mathers. Boise State's defense has been good on the money downs tonight. Washington State, midway through the first quarter, went for a 4th down and 2 and got nothing. So at the 36-yard line of Boise State, they need 2 yards to the 34. Freeman in motion. Now motions back to the left. Mateer in the shotgun. He's going to throw it for the moment. Now tries to take off. Runs. Boise State has stopped him. A 4th down stop. Boise State is held. Callahan and Newton, 2 of the defensive tackles there. Hassanin also gets up from the bottom of the pile. And Boise State has come up with a huge 4th down stop. Boise State got the ball back, but then turned it over on their first interception, only interception of the game. And then we get the ball back with another huge 3rd down stop, courtesy of Herbert Gums. It's 3rd and 9. They need to get to their 37 to avoid punting. Boise State looks like with 7 at the line. Looks like they're going to come after Mateer. Several drop back. Mateer back to pass. Mateer will go down. Sack Boise State. Coming up with the sack was Herbert Gums. Boise State then got the ball back, moved the ball down into the Coastline Equipment red zone, set up for a short field goal attempt by Jonah Dalmas to try to get a 10-7 lead. Jonah Dalmas will try to tie the Mountain West record for field goals made. He has 82. This would be 83. New holder, it's not Ferguson Reynolds, but Jonah Dalmas will give the Broncos a 10-7 lead with his 83rd field goal of his Boise State career, and Boise State has a 3-point advantage. That is 83 field goals. He ties Brandon Talton, recent player at the University of Nevada. So that was very early on in the second quarter. Boise State with a 10-7 lead. Dalmas' field goal officially 29 yards. Taking a look at Washington State getting the game tied midway through the second quarter. 35-yard field goal by Janikowski. And then Boise State would take a 17-10 lead. A couple of key 3rd down runs from Madsen and Genty. The Broncos had the ball on the 14, and Ashton Genty took it over from there. Boise State has it at the 14-yard line. Madsen coming under center. Running back is Genty. It's a handoff to Genty. Genty bouncing off tacklers. Genty carrying him all the way. And Genty, is he in for the end zone? He is. Touchdown, Ashton Genty. I thought it was handed off on the reverse. And Genty kept going quietly up the middle, picking up speed. Genty into the end zone. 14 yards. It is his 2nd touchdown of the game. His 11th touchdown of the season. 17-10 Broncos after the Dalmas extra point. And then it looked like Washington State would have a chance to tie the game. 15 seconds left. Ty Benefield comes through. Quick snap for Mateer. looking for the end zone, throwing it down the middle. It's intercepted. Benefield with the interception in the end zone. Terrible pass by Mateer, and the Cougars will turn it over with 15 seconds left in the half. And that'll do it for our halftime highlights presented by First Federal Bank. Pete Cavanaugh will have stats when we come back to Albertson Stadium. Broncos 17, Cougars 10 on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield. Get your head in the game and out of the checkout line with Albertsons Drive Up and Go. Place an order online and our team will select the freshest ingredients, crunchiest snacks, and coolest refreshments so you have everything you need for game day. When you pull up for the play, we'll send out our team for the handoff so you can make a break for the end zone. Albertsons is the official grocer and tailgate headquarters of Bronco Athletics. Just download our new Albertsons for You deals and delivery app, place your order, and drive up and go Broncos.
The Broncos are proud to present these preferred local partners in the home service industry as members of the Boise State home team. Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Blind Appeal, Cloverdale Plumbing Company, Dodd Roofing and Exteriors, Nampa Floors and Interiors, RowPaint.com, Snake River Pool and Spa, and Bauscher Real Estate. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your home team today. The Boise State home team, where local pride meets home improvement excellence.
You can help advance medicine and get paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is seeking people of all ages for paid research studies near you. No health insurance is needed to join. Your participation could lead to life-changing discoveries in medicine. Don't wait. Help move science forward. Learn more at velocityclinicaltrials.com. That's velocityclinicaltrials.com.
Bronco fans, the 4 Between the 40s giveaway is back at Jackson's and Extra Mile for the 2024 Boise State football season. You can win 4 season tickets for the 2025 season, a Coca-Cola cooler, and a full set of the 2024 football trading cards when you purchase 2 participating Coca-Cola products at Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's with Let's Go Rewards. Download the Let's Go Rewards app or visit jacksons.com/Broncos for more details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Boise State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back to the Bronco Radio Halftime Report. This is Pete Cavanaugh sitting high above the blue turf at Albertson Stadium as Boise State is up on the Washington State Cougars 17-10 at the half. So let's check the first half stats presented by Bud Light, reminding you to enjoy responsibly. Looking at team stats, Boise State has 124 yards on the ground to Wazoo's 75. Wazoo has a slight advantage of passing 130 yards to 113 for Boise State. Tally up all the offensive yardage, though. Boise State has 237 yards of offense at halftime. Wazoo just 205. A big reason for that is third downs. Boise State 4 for 7 on third downs. Wazoo just 1 for 5. Some individual stats. Maddox Madsen has got a better second quarter going after the first quarter. 8 for 15 passing for 113 yards. Has not thrown a touchdown, but has thrown an interception. Ashton Genty's leading the way on the ground for the Broncos. No surprise there. He's got 13 carries for 109 yards, including the 64-yarder for a touchdown. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns so far today, averaging 8.4 yards per carry. Maddox Madsen also has a couple nice scrambles for 20 yards in the game. For Boise State's pass catchers, Chase Penry has 3 grabs so far for 26 yards. Camp Camper and Matt Lauder also have 2 catches, both for 40 yards. Looking at Washington State's offensive players, Mateer is 14 for 17, very efficient for 130 yards, 1 touchdown, but did throw the interception in the first half. He's also the leading rusher with 47 yards on 6 carries, along with Parker, the tailback for Wazoo. He's got 22 yards on 4 carries. And for the Washington State receiving corps, Hudson has 5 catches for 48 yards, and Kyle Williams has 4 catches for 36. Looking at defensive stats for Washington State, the linebacker Thornton has 4 tackles so far in this football game, including a half tackle for loss. And for Boise State's defense, Ty Benefield has 4 tackles, along with Alexander Tubner and Ahmed Hassanin. Hassanin's got a sack, but Benefield's got the interception to end the first half. And that's today's halftime stats brought to you by Bud Light. Proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics, easy to drink and easy to enjoy. When we get back from the break, Bob Beeler will be rejoining me as Boise State is up on Washington State at halftime, 17-10. This is Pete Cavender, and you're listening to Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate in Louis, Missouri.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Have your power of choice with Ford's lineup of gas, electric, or hybrid vehicles. Outperform the competition with America's best-selling trucks for 47 years, Ford F-Series. Take the road less traveled in a Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's lineup of electric or hybrid vehicles, like the Ford Maverick, Mustang Mach-E, or F-150 Lightning. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today, based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash, up to $500. Simply use any Mountain America debit or credit card now until October 31st, 2024 to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500. Visit macu.com/anycard for official rules or to apply for your Mountain America card. Loans on approved credit. Membership required based on eligibility. Offer can change or be withdrawn at any time.
Family is a full-time job. There's lunches to make, laundry to do, the list goes on. It's a lot. But with Kohl's Epic Deals, I don't spend a lot. I got active styles for $9.99, a kitchen appliance for $12.99, and teas for $7.99. Plus, I earn 3 times the rewards as a Kohl's Rewards member. See for yourself now through Sunday only at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers in September 29th. Kohl's Rewards enrollment required for rewards. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
St. Luke's and Boise State are partners in education and health. Through scholarships and internships for students, support for programs and faculty, and collaboration on health-related research. Together, we're preparing tomorrow's healthcare professionals and investing in the people and programs that build healthy, livable, caring communities. St. Luke's and Boise State, proud to be blue.
Boise State up 17-10 on Washington State at the half. Hey, Bronco fans, Albertsons is taking charge to provide hunger relief with Sacks for Hunger. For every sack recorded by the Bronco defense, Albertsons donates $500 to the Idaho Food Bank. Cheer on the Broncos and Albertsons as they tackle hunger one sack at a time. 2 more sacks tonight, so that's another $1,000 to the Idaho Food Bank, and 14 on the season. Ideal, which is Idaho's 529 college savings plan, is a proud sponsor of Bronco football. They want to remind you that September is College Savings Month. Did you know that it takes only $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? Information and a full disclosure statement including risks, terms, and conditions can be found online. Please read them carefully before investing. idsaves.org. And we'd like to thank the Protect Chargers senior football team, coached by Matt McNulty, for joining us today as part of the Shields Youth Football Program. Shields is working with our community to bring a local youth football team to every home game to cheer on the Broncos. Shields, proud partner of Boise State Athletics and sports fans everywhere. We're at the half. It's 17-10 in favor of Boise State over Washington State. We'll take another break. Get the second half underway when we come back on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we think Broncos fans should get rewarded for their fandom. Wear your blue or Broncos gear into our bays every Friday to get $20 off your service. And with an expert oil change in about 15 minutes, you'll be saving money and time. We're proud to be the official oil change partner of the Boise State Broncos. Drive into any of our 14 Boise area locations today. Offer details found at VIOC.com/Broncos.
Attention Boise State fans. Mountain Land Supply is your go-to for all things HVAC, plumbing, waterworks, landscape irrigation, tools and safety, and a proud Boise State college football supporter. Ask your HVAC specialist about our top-of-the-line Comfort Maker products exclusively at our new Nampa HVAC store. Whether you're upgrading your home comfort with a furnace this winter or air conditioning for summer, we've got you covered. Ask your HVAC dealer about Mountain Land Supply, where comfort meets community. And go Broncos!
You can help advance medicine and get paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is seeking people of all ages for paid research studies near you. No health insurance is needed to join. Your participation could lead to life-changing discoveries in medicine. Don't wait. Help move science forward. Learn more at velocityclinicaltrials.com. That's velocityclinicaltrials.com.
Now you can support Idaho-grown potato chips and the Boise State Broncos. Named the preferred potato chip of Boise State Athletics, Teton Valley brand chips are available in Rocky Mountain Salt and Classic Barbecue. From hardcore Bronco fans to casual snackers, all potato chip fans can find Bronco-branded chips in Treasure Valley Albertson stores soon. These are the must-have game day snacks for fans in the stadium and fans watching at home. Stop by your local Albertsons to score yours. Go Broncos!
Before we get underway in the second half with the score, Boise State 17, Washington State 10. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Bronco football. Tonight's game is brought to you by First Federal Bank, Idaho's community bank of choice. Thank you, First Federal Bank, for your continued support of Boise State Athletics. Bob Beeler, Pete Cavender back here, getting ready to start the second half. Boise State 17, Washington State 10. Ashton Genty with 109 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns tonight, powering the offense, but it's been the defense holding Washington State to 1 of 5 on third downs, 0 for 1 on fourth downs, and getting a huge interception basically to end the first half.
Yeah, this is a Washington State offense that averages 515 yards a game, and Boise State's held them to 205 in the second half. I think they're going to have the same defensive effort in the second half to get this victory. Washington State so explosive. At any moment, they can get a big play on you. But Boise State has been pretty explosive in this one as well, as you've seen from Ashton Genty.
Mateer, the quarterback for Washington State, 14 of 17, has been very, very efficient. But that last pass, that interception in the end zone, Washington State was probably in shape to get 3. Maybe they'd have another chance to get to the end zone with 15 seconds left, but that was a huge turnaround for Boise State.
It really was. Let's just say that interception didn't happen. Washington State got a field goal. It'd be 17-13. They're getting the ball to start the second half, but they could take the lead. Instead, the best they could do is tie it after this first possession here in the second half.
Leighton Smithson is on the near side of the field. Leon Neal is on the far side of the field. They're standing at about the 5. It's not going to be Shive kicking off this time. It looks like it's going to be once again Reeser, who got a touchback in his first try as a kickoff man. Again, no James Ferguson Reynolds. He had somebody land on his ankle. Reeser will kick off. And it's going to be about 4 yards, 5 yards deep in the end zone. They're going to bring it out. Coming out is Smithson. That's a bad decision. Won't see the 20. Jake Ripp. Huge tackle for Boise State. And the Broncos have Washington State pinned inside the 20 to start the third quarter.
Yeah, again, just special players on special teams. Before we saw Marco Notriani make a play on special teams. This time his linebacker brother, Jake Ripp, set the tone with the big hit.
See what the Cougars do here from their 17. Hassanin was shaken up at the end of the second quarter. Let's see if he's back. He is. Hassanin, Feely, Callahan, and Virgin Morgan up front. One linebacker. It's Notriani in this set. Tubner and Oladipo at kind of the nickel and dime positions. Pass out into the left wing. Caught by Meredith. Benefield there for the tackle. We'll call it no gain. Rest of the Bronco defense at the back end. Benefield, who made the tackle. Zion Washington, and the corners are Irby and McCoy.
Yeah, great job by Ty Benefield just getting his hands on cloth and not letting go, getting a tackle for no gain.
2nd down and 10. Parker in the backfield now with Mateer. Mateer blitzed, gets away from the first, but not the second. Ahmed Hassanin with the big sack on 2nd down, 3rd sack of the game for Boise State.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that gets credited as a sack, as Mateer looks like got close back to the line of scrimmage, but still, great job by Boise State's D linemen, just keep it contained and collapsing the pocket with those big D tackles.
1 out of 5 on 3rd downs. Looks like he got about a half yard to avoid a sack, but still a big play by Hassanin. 3rd down and 9. They need to get to the 27. Again, the good kick coverage. Rip with the tackle, pinned him inside the 20. Defense trying to get him. It's a blitz in the middle. Mateer gets away, gets to the 20, to the 25, and he's out to the 28-yard line, maybe to the 29. And has the 1st down, gain of 11.
Yeah, again, that's just the problem when you blitz Mateer. If you cannot get to him, he's got a lot of open turf in front of him. Shea Oladipo finally brought him down, but not till Mateer passed the 1st down marker.
And it's a run up the middle for maybe a yard. That hole closed down in a hurry. Making the tackle was Sheldon Newton for Boise State. He, to me, looks like one of the more improved players on this football team.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You'd heard what really happened this last offseason. He wanted to wear number 9, but you saw Spencer Daniels say, I'm not going to give you that number unless you earn it. Well, he went out and earned it, and it is showing on his plays here on Saturdays.
2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard run. 17-10 Boise State, 12:45 to go, 3rd quarter. First possession of the 3rd quarter. Mateer gets the snap. Quick throw right side. Ball is caught by Hudson. Hudson will be tackled at around the 37-yard line. Making the stop for Boise State was Zion Washington. Pickup of 7.
Yeah, that was a huge stop there by Zion Washington. Washington State had Boise State completely outflanked with that wide receiver screen, about 4 blockers and only 2 defenders. But Zion Washington able to get through all that mess and get a tackle, creating this 3rd down try for Boise State's defense.
3rd and 1 for the Cougars. They've got a 3rd down conversion on this drive. They'll switch their 2 tight ends over to the left side. 5-man front for the Broncos. Mateer will run it left side. Mateer's not going to get the 1st down. No Triani is there along with Simpson. Boise State used 2 linebackers. Michael Callahan, Shea Oladipo find their way in there for the tackle. And it's going to be 4th down as Boise State makes the huge Western Heating and Air stop.
Yeah, well-timed blitz there by Chenander's defense. Ty Benefield actually blitzing from his safety position. Timed it up well right in front of the play. And that essentially blew it up as Boise State's defense finished it.
Cougars look like they're going to go for 4th and 1 from their own 39-yard line. We'll see if they try to draw them off or actually run it. Mateer comes under center. Quarterback sneak, and he's got it. He needed about a half yard. He got about a yard and a half, so they convert the 4th down to the 40-yard line. Hulalasi was the running back behind him and pushed him.
Yeah, it certainly helps when you have a quarterback weighing 220 pounds. You do quarterback sneak, too.
So now it's 1st and 10. Washington State at their own 40. Mateer, quick pass right side to Meredith. Irby with the tackle, but Meredith picks up the better part of 8 yards out to the 48-yard line.
I've heard the cannon go off a couple times tonight inadvertently, but again, more dink and dunk passes from Mateer to his wide receivers.
Mateer is now 16 out of 19, gets the snap, good protection, steps up in the pocket, and now gets tackled from behind. Virgin Morgan is there for the tackle with Hassanin. Again, right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe it's a sack, maybe it's no gain on the play. And Washington State's going to have to earn 3rd and 3.
Yeah, again, Boise State's defensive line keeping that contained. This time Virgin Morgan making sure nothing beats him outside. Once he gets past the quarterback, fight back in and get that potential sack.
3rd down and 3 from the 47-yard line. Gums and Feely flanked by Hassanin and Virgin Morgan. Handoff to Pulalasi, and he's got the first down across the 50 into Bronco territory. Gums, Virgin Morgan, and Feely slow him down, but 4 yards and the sticks move.
Yeah, the clock's been moving as well. Now 9:25 ticking off the clock as Wazoo's having a long drive here.
First down from the Bronco 49. Pulalasi up the middle to the 40, very close to another first down. Zion Washington there, we'll call it a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. And Washington State just kind of methodically nickeling and diming their way down the field. 2nd and 1. Pulalasi is the running back. They fake it to him, throw it left side to Williams. First down and more. Trying to get to the sidelines, and Benefield makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the Bronco 27-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 13.
And you can see Washington State just trying to get their playmakers in open space, have them miss a tackle and go off to the races. Again, good effort there by Ty Benefield to get the tackle.
So Washington State approaching the Coastline Equipment red zone. 1st and 10 now from the Bronco 27-yard line. Boise State needs to make a big stop here. Mathers, the tight end, moves to the right side. Mateer gets the snap. Keeps it himself to the left side, jukes a couple of men, and that's about it. All of that for a yard. Boise State fighting through. Jake Ripp there, probably the guy that gets credit for the tackle. McCoy, Simpson, Washington. Boise State's done a great job getting multiple tacklers to the ball carrier.
Yeah, it really is the effort by Boise State, I think, is the biggest difference from this year's team to last year's team. It seemed like they play harder and want to play for each other even more.
2nd and 9 from the Bronco 26-yard line. Boise State 17, Washington 10. Cougars have had the ball for about half the quarter on their first drive. Mateer gets the snap. Flushed out of the pocket to the right. Looking downfield, throwing the ball to the goal line. It's incomplete. Hudson pleading for interference, but a great defensive play by Irby to break it up. And it's incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd down coming up at 9.
Yeah, Irby was beat there on that double move by the wide receiver. A little short pass there by Mateer might have saved Irby a little bit. I think what saved Irby the most, not getting a pass interference, was turning around late, trying to make a play for that ball.
3rd and 9 from the Bronco 26. That was Mateer's first incompletion on the drive. He's 4 out of 5 for 27 yards. They need to get to the 17 for a first down. Meredith switching from the right side to the left side. 2 receivers each side. Mateer gets the snap, flushed out of the pocket, and a big sack. Rodney Robinson all the way back at the Bronco 41. He set him in his sights, made the move, grabbed him, and got him down for the sack. 16-yard loss.
Yeah, what a play by Rodney Robinson. Coming in on a blitz, timed it well. Mateer tried to get to the outside. Robinson not letting him break contain. Keeps that outside leverage and gets himself a huge sack for this Boise State defense.
And what a 3rd down stop presented by Western Heating and Air. And not only is a no touchdown on that drive for Washington State, no field goal. Janikowski will have to punt. Cooper Jones at the 10 will make the fair catch. And the punt will be 29 yards, no return. And Pete, Boise State doing all it can do at key times on defense.
You know, we expected a lot more offensive fireworks, but even though they're not hopping offensively, they sure are happening defensively for Boise State.
17-10 Broncos, 6:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's take time out on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Family is a full-time job. There's lunches to make, laundry to do, the list goes on. It's a lot. But with Kohl's Epic Deals, I don't spend a lot. I got Active Styles for $9.99, a kitchen appliance for $12.99, and teas for $7.99. Plus, I earn 3 times the rewards as a Kohl's Rewards member. See for yourself now through Sunday only at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers in September 29th. Kohl's Rewards enrollment required for rewards. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
It's been so long. How have you been?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Dave, why are you talking that way?
Please say 1 for a compliment or 2 for a question.
Yeah, this is weird. I think I'm going to go.
Talking with an automated phone tree can feel pretty ridiculous. That's why when you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll get a real person to answer all your important questions.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Find a plan at PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
As an agriculture company rooted in our connection to food, farming, and the land, we are always looking for new ways to carry forward the Simplot legacy of bringing Earth's resources to life. The world of agriculture is much different from nearly a century ago when our founder, J.R. Simplot, started the company. But one constant remains: the land we cultivate. Whether we're mining and manufacturing plant nutrients, feeding cattle, or growing and producing food, we are stewards of the land, securing a bountiful future for generations to come.
Boise State football is partnered with Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Broncos, to bring you first downs for Bronco Life. For each Bronco first down, Mountain America donates $50 to the Bronco Life program at Boise State. How about that first drive for Washington State? They had it for 15 plays, Pete, and 8 minutes and 14 seconds. So Boise State gets the ball back for their first drive of the third quarter. 6:46 is all that's left, but they're still ahead 17-10.
And probably the worst thing about it, that makes sure that Ashton Jeanty is fresh after that long halftime break, and Washington State eating up half of the third quarter with no points to show for it.
Wyoming beat Air Force tonight 31-19. Air Force was one of their historically weaker teams, and unfortunately Boise State doesn't have them on the schedule. New Mexico over New Mexico State 54-40 tonight. Basketball game might not be that high scoring. Boise State takes over after the punt on their own 10. Madsen, Jeanty. Jeanty bounces off tacklers, goes to the outside, makes another tackler whip. He's got a first down and more. 20, 30. Out to about the 35, maybe the 37-yard line. We're seeing that they officially mark it at the 38. Gain of 28 for Ashton Jeanty.
Yeah, Ashton Jeanty, talking about the Snake River rivalry, almost looked like a jet boat that put the throttle down, and that rooster tail was screaming water out the back end. Ashton Jeanty himself almost breaking that one for another big long one.
Officially 29 yards as they mark him down at the 39, not the 38. Tyler Crow now in the game for Boise State. And Crow carries up the middle. Crow fights his way for 2 out to the 41-yard line. How about the crowd tonight, Pete? And it looks like everybody has stayed. 37,711. It's the largest crowd in the history of Albertson Stadium. The Fresno game in 22 was the previous record.
There's no doubt about the excitement in the Treasure Valley about this one, and a lot of people travel down for the Palouse, too.
Second down and 8 from the 41. Boise State good field position after that Jeanty run. Handoff up the middle, Dubar, and Dubar is going to get no gain on the play. So we've seen handoffs on each of the last 3 plays from all 3 different running backs. No gains tonight, he's hurt. And Jeanty, after a 29-yard run, back in after a 2-play break. Boise State now with a 3rd and 8. The Broncos tonight are 4 out of 7 on third downs. Madsen in the shotgun, Jeanty off his left shoulder. Jeanty with 138 yards in the game. Madsen rolls the pocket left, throws it out in the flat, caught by Bates, and Bates will be knocked out of bounds close to midfield. They'll say it around the 47-yard line, so we'll call it a gain of 7 or so. And it's going to leave Boise State with about a 4th and 2.5.
Yeah, Cam Bates must have just kind of stepped a little bit out of bounds. It looked like he almost got the first down marker diving for it. But still a nice play from the true freshman. Not enough, though, to convert the third down to a first down.
And leading now by the score of 17-10. Boise State's not going to try 4th and 3 around midfield. Freeman going back to return the punt. Shive in for the injured Ferguson Reynolds will punt the ball. And Shive will get a high kick, tumbling kick. Freeman will have it come down and make the fair catch at the 18-yard line. So it'll be about a 37-yard punt for Shive. And it'll bring us to another timeout. Boise State 17, Washington State 10. Cougars have the ball when we return on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
It's that time of year when people start thinking about industrial refrigeration. Not. Folks around here are excited about Boise State football. APCO is proud to sponsor the Broncos. Their players and coaches hold themselves to exceptionally high standards, just like our team members do. For us, that means meeting the Western United States industrial refrigeration needs with unmatched expertise in system design, installation, training, service, and compliance. Visit apcco.net today, and let's go Broncos.
The Broncos are proud to present these preferred local partners in the home service industry as members of the Boise State home team. Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Blind Appeal, Cloverdale Plumbing Company, Dodd Roofing and Exteriors, Nampa Floors and Interiors, RowPaint.com, Snake River Pool and Spa, and Bauscher Real Estate. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your home team today. The Boise State home team, where local pride meets home improvement excellence.
In America, the future belongs to everyone, so we built the vehicles of the future for everyone. Have your power of choice with Ford's lineup of gas, electric, or hybrid vehicles. Outperform the competition with America's best-selling trucks for 47 years, Ford F-Series. Take the road less traveled in a Ford SUV, perfect for the mountains, city, and everywhere in between. Or check out Ford's lineup of electric or hybrid vehicles, like the Ford Maverick, Mustang Mach-E, or F-150 Lightning. Inventory has arrived. Head to your local Ford stores today. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Tackle game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide with an ice-cold fountain drink at one of our concession stands. What a game tonight. Boise State leading by 7, 17-10. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game, and after the first drive for each team, it was 7-7. You're thinking, wow, this thing's going to maybe be in the 50s. But the defenses have settled down and really made plays when they've needed. Boise State leading by 7 with 4:38 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Boise State, they've averaged 4 sacks a football game so far. In this one, they got 4 sacks. They also got the first interception earlier from Ty Benefield. You're exactly right, Bob. After those 2 first opening touchdowns, it's been a defensive battle since.
Note been handed to us. Ahmed Hassanin with a career high tonight, 7 tackles.
And there's no doubt the effort that he plays with is 110%.
And he's credited with 1.5 sacks. 1st and 10 Cougars. They'll get the ball. Looks like at their own 18. Handoff up the middle. It's Parker. That's one of his better runs of the night. Parker will get out to the 24 for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for Washington State.
And again, just kind of in the teeth of Boise State's defense and a lot of short passes we've seen from Wazoo. They've had 33 plays coming in this football game of over 20 yards, but have not really tried to pass the football downfield.
Mateer and Parker in the backfield. Mateer with 18 completions out of 22. 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Handoff Parker again. Parker across the 25 to about the 27. Callahan was in there for Boise State on the stop. Now Washington State will call it 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. They've done better on 3rd downs in this half. 3 out of 9. 2 of the conversions are in the 3rd quarter. Williams to the left. Meredith and Hudson go to the right. Boise State has blitzed more tonight than regular. We'll see if they blitz here. Mateer, handoff Parker. Parker up the middle. It's going to be close. The spot will be key. Callahan in the middle, selling out. Boise State seems to think they've stopped them.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little short too. Looks like they're going to be about, maybe 6-8 inches short.
So another 3rd down stop presented by Western Heating and Air. 3:07 to go. Do we got a timeout? Are they going to review the spot? Nope. It looks like we're going to see the chain gang come out. We haven't seen an old-fashioned measurement in a long time.
Sometimes the old ways are the best ways, Bob.
Pull that cord. Pull that chain. It's pulled short by about What do you think? 3 inches? 4 inches?
Yeah, really, just a couple inches here. I know it's so tempting to go for it, but if you don't get this, though, my goodness, you're turning the ball over to Boise inside the 30-yard line.
So the Broncos made the Western Heating and Air stop. Let's see if they can get off the field with a 4th down stop. Gums, Newton in the middle. Virgin Morgan, Hassanin, bookending the defensive line. Boise State has Notriani in at middle linebacker. 4th and inches, you would think, put Mateer under center, and he just kind of falls forward.
Looks like Washington State's going to think about this one and burn a timeout.
No, I think they're going to ask for a spot change. Looks like we have our first review of the night presented by Sparklight, streaming internet, connecting what's now to what's next. We got timeout on the field. Let's take it. Review going. Did the Cougars get the first down, or is it 4th and inches? More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Boise State Broncos all season long with your favorite blue and orange gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from the blue at Albertson Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Broncos branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Broncos. Shields.
Trout, Snake River Farms beef, and more, all with free validated parking in the Simplot Garage. Discover the taste of the Northwest at Anthony's in downtown Boise. Reserve your table today at anthonys.com.
Boise State ahead 70-10 on Washington State. 3:07 remaining in the third quarter. They've taken the peak. It doesn't look like they've moved the ball, Pete. It certainly looks like they haven't moved the down marker, as it still says 4th and inches. Washington State brings their offense back out on the field.
Going on the field stands. 4th down, Washington State.
Yeah, those are just so hard to overturn with all those bodies in there. Tough call there for the official to try to change.
It looks like they convinced the officials to take a peek without using a timeout. I think that's wise for Washington State. I don't think I would have wasted a timeout in a close game. Probably a quarterback sneak from Mateer. Boise State, a lot of beef in that defensive line. Palalassi behind Mateer. They go for the push. Notriani came up. Did he fill the gap? Notriani and Rodney Robinson combined. We may have another measurement. Boise State thinks they've stopped them at the Cougar 27-yard line.
Yeah, and again, this one's going to come down to the spot. Washington State thinks they got it, but looking at Mateer, I'm not sure if he did. Officials are going to give him the first down. I think that one might have to go back to review and maybe remeasure it as well.
The ruling of a first down is under further review.
They're going to review the first down. Second time we have a Sparklight streaming internet connecting what's now to what's next. Review.
And again, this is going to be so hard to overturn unless there's a video camera, a good shot of it right down the first down marker. Not sure where Fox has all their cameras. It's going to be tough to see, but great read by Marco Notriani. Obviously, he was expecting the quarterback sneak. Saw Mateer bounce it out kind of behind the left tackle earlier, and that's where he jetted to, and that's where he got the stop.
The ball looks like it's sitting with the nose right around the 28-yard line, which is where they needed to get. Again, I think trying to change a spot is probably the most difficult thing to do in a review.
Yeah, I would agree.
And they needed inches, and the signal is they got it. They have not moved the chains yet, because if they move the ball back, they might have to bring the chains out to measure.
Yeah, looking at it, replay again, Marco Notriani put a good hit on Mateer, and I don't think he got it. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Even though these are hard to overturn, at least the one view I got of it, looked like Marco Notriani got to Mateer before the first down marker and only drove him further back.
Boy, if Boise State's able to get a stand here and move the ball to their side of the field, Boise State seems to think it's going to be their football.
Yeah, I think so too, looking at it one time on the replay.
And Christian Watson is done.
After review, replay determined the runner did not make the line of game. The ball goes over on down. First down.
And that may be the play of the game, a fourth down stop. Triani leading the charge. And Boise State will take over at the Cougar 27-yard line.
Yeah, again, that's just great football there. They talk about the RCE, recognize, communicate, then execute. That's exactly what Marco Triani did there on that fourth down stop.
All right, let's take advantage here. Genty, the lone back behind Madsen, who's under center from the 27-yard line. They fake to Genty. Madsen bootlegs to the left, and the pass. He overthrew Ford, just threw it too hard. And it's second down and 10 coming up from the Cougar 27 after Boise State has stopped them and taken the ball away.
Yeah, Maddox Madsen, just not the most accurate of games for him in this one. Now I believe 9 for 16 passing at 56%.
Second down, we'll see what Dirk Cutter and the offensive brain trust come up with here. Again, Genty the lone back, Madsen under center, 2nd and 10. Handoff, Genty left side, Genty in the middle, stumbles his way to about the 22 for a gain of 5. Now Boise State with a 3rd and 5. They are in Dalmas's field goal range. Dalmas needs one more field goal for the all-time record in Mountain West games, or Mountain West teams. But more importantly, if he were to make the field goal, Boise State would be ahead by 10.
Yeah, when you're going against an explosive offense like you have at Washington State, it's huge to get up by 2 possessions.
All right, Madsen drops in the shotgun. 3rd down and 5. Boise State 4 out of 8 on 3rd downs. Long count, Steele at center. Delivers the snap. Washington State with a rush. Madsen over the middle. It's caught. First down. Matt Louder. Louder inside the 10, inside the 5. Matt Louder will score. Boise State has a 2-touchdown lead on the play. Boise State with a 22-yard pass to the tight end for the score. And Boise State ahead now 23-10 with 1:22 to go.
Coming into the season, I thought Matt Louder was a master of one, run blocking, paving lanes for Ashton Genty, but he is a master of all. What a masterful catch by Matt Louder coming across the middle of the defense, breaking a tackle, using a stiff arm, then diving for that pylon to get Boise State up even more.
Dalmas on for the extra point. And the lead is 14. And that was today's hell of a good dip. Hell of a good catch of the game. Hell of a good dip with 7 different dips and 8 cheeses to choose from. Hell of a good dip is serious about snacking. Our First Federal Bank scoring drive, 3 plays, 27 yards, took 58 seconds. And of course, the Dalmas extra point presented by Ncaaf Floors and Interiors. And it was the store it self-storage touchdown, Madsen to Louder. Boise State with 1:22 to go in the 3rd. After the 4th down stop, leads at 24-10. Timeout on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
As an agriculture company rooted in our connection to food, farming, and the land, we are always looking for new ways to carry forward the Simplot legacy of bringing Earth's resources to life. The world of agriculture is much different from nearly a century ago when our founder, J.R. Simplot, started the company. But one constant remains, the land we cultivate. Whether we're mining and manufacturing plant nutrients, feeding cattle, or growing and producing food, we are stewards of the land, securing a bountiful future for generations to come.
My name is Lisa, and I smoked for 16 years before I finally quit. When I was a smoker, I didn't want to do things that wouldn't allow me to smoke. I never went on a field trip with either one of my children. All the field trips to the zoo, I missed all of that because that little round stick was controlling so much of my life. Now I can do any of that stuff. It doesn't matter. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or visit projectfilter.org.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Boise State ahead now 24-10. And Pete, sometimes there are just a couple of plays that stand out as huge. 4th and inches on their own 27-yard line, and the Cougars go for it. Do not get it. Boise State 3 plays later. Madsen to Louder, and it's now a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, when I really am going to look back at this game, I'm going to think of 2 defensive plays. It's that one, that 4th down stop, as you said, backed up for Washington State, then the big interception by Ty Benefield, stopping potential point score before the end of the first half. Those were 2 huge plays made by Boise State's defense.
Bud Light is a proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. I think this is a huge series for Washington State.
No doubt.
Kicking off is Reeser, and he's got another touchback. Reeser may find himself the kickoff guy. He's had 3 kicks tonight and 3 touchbacks.
Yeah, he's looked really, really good, and obviously when you have explosive kick return guys like Oregon had or Washington State has, it's important to get those touchbacks.
All right, Cougars get the ball at the 25-yard line. First time tonight that they have been behind by 2 scores. Boise State has never trailed tonight. They've led 7-0. It was tied at 7, then 10-7 Broncos, 10-10, 17-10 Boise State at the half, and now it's 24-10. Mateer puts Hudson in motion to the right. Mateer in the pocket. Slings the ball left side. Williams with the first down and more. McCoy will drag him out close to the 45-yard line. We'll call it a gain of about 19. And the sticks move.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Boise State's defensive backs, don't make a big play, go bigger. Make sure you get those tackles.
And Washington State now knows time may be a factor. 1:10 to go in the third. They're going without a huddle. They get another completion to Williams and another tackle by McCoy, knocking him out of bounds. Gain of 5 to the Cougar 49-yard line. And Washington State's offense right now looks like it's playing with a little more urgency.
Still a lot of time left, though. 1 minute left of the third quarter and the entire fourth.
Boise State substituting some fresh defensive guys. Newton, Rip, and Steege are out. Virgin Morgan, Feely, and Hassanin are in. Defensive line has played well tonight. 2nd and 5. They need to get to the Bronco 46 for a first down. Mateer gets the snap with time this time. Sidearm pass out to the 50-yard line, incomplete. Zion Washington with coverage on Josh Meredith. And Meredith is slow to get up. And now a 3 out of 10 night on third downs. Washington State, Pete, came into the game 44% on third downs. Boise State has held them tonight to 30%.
Yeah, Boise State's been atrocious on third down defense, but so much better today. Essentially, I think that's been the difference in the ballgame is Boise State getting off the field defensively on those third downs.
And they'll tend to the wide receiver, Meredith. There's never been a better time to get a great deal on a Ford truck or SUV than at your Idaho Ford Stores. Ford, the official truck of the Broncos. Down to 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Haven't been a lot of possessions. The Cougars had the ball for over 8 minutes on their first possession of the third quarter.
I'm sure we're going to see a heavy dose of Ashton Genty in the fourth quarter, too. Try to keep that clock moving. Ashton Genty still should be pretty fresh. 143 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 15 carries.
All right, third down and 5. On the 49, they need to get to the Bronco 46. Looks like Parker, the running back, with Mateer. 4-man rush for Boise State. Wide splits. Mateer on a quarterback run. Gets to the left side. He's got the first down and more. And the tackle made by Benefield, but a big gain of 15. And Washington State, when Mateer just takes it and goes, no like trying to buy time. He looks like a fullback charging at you.
Yeah, he really does. He's as talented as a runner as any running back in the country.
From the Bronco 36, Mateer hands the ball up the middle. Short gain, maybe about 3 to the 34. And it was Parker, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Gums on the tackle. So Boise State leading by 2 touchdowns, 24-10 as we head to the fourth quarter. Hold on to your hats. Boise State with the edge. The Cougars trying to tighten this game up. They're on the move when we come back on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Get your head in the game and out of the checkout line with Albertsons Drive Up and Go. Place an order online and our team will select the freshest ingredients, crunchiest snacks, and coolest refreshments so you have everything you need for game day. When you pull up for the play, we'll send out our team for the handoff so you can make a break for the end zone. Albertsons is the official grocer and tailgate headquarters of Bronco Athletics. Just download our new Albertsons for You deals and delivery app, place your order, and drive up and go Broncos.
The Broncos are proud to present the Boise State Athletics preferred restaurant partners. Anthony's, Blaze Pizza, Costa Vida Fresh Mexican Grill, Dutch Bros, Firehouse Subs, Taco Bell, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Tucano's Brazilian Grill, and Guthrie's Chicken Fingers. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your next dining experience.
My name is JJ. I grew up in Glens Ferry area, and we're out here barbecuing, going hiking. The dangers of rural roads is just how isolated you can be, being away from town and maybe not having great cell service. So if something happens, you can't get an Uber. I think if you're planning on drinking, plan ahead, getting a designated driver, and just making sure that you have a way home safely. Stay safe, Idaho.
St. Luke's and Boise State are proud to be blue, together partners in education, research, community health. Learn more at stlukesonline.org. As we enter the fourth quarter, Boise State with a 2-touchdown advantage, 24-10. Washington State has outpassed them 182-140, but Boise State has outrushed them 160-118. Coming into the fourth quarter, I don't know if I've ever seen this, Pete, both teams have exactly 300 yards.
It's been a pretty evenly fought match again. Not many differences in this football game. You can really pick a handful of plays. A Ty Benefield interception to end the first half. The fourth down stop earlier, they got Boise State in position to take a 2-possession lead. And again, much improved on third downs. Washington State only 4 for 11 on third down, but 1 for 3 on fourth. This was a Boise State defense giving up almost 50% on third downs coming in this game.
Cougars on the march, down 14. I would think as we begin the fourth quarter, Washington State needs a touchdown here, down 14. They're into Bronco territory. They have a second down at the 33-yard line, so it looks like about 6, maybe 7 to go for a first down. Cougars now going to the north end of the stadium. They're showing blitz, the Broncos are. We'll see if they come. Mateer in the game, 20 of 25. Back to pass. Mateer throwing it long left side. Williams is out there, and he beats Irby and gets the touchdown. 33 yards on the score, and Washington State back in the game. It's 24-16.
Yeah, nice pressure as Boise State's blitzed heavier tonight than they have in games prior. Jeremiah Irby, though, in a man-on-man situation, just gave up a step to Kyle Williams. Nice ball from Mateer with a little bit of pressure in his face, and an easy catch for Kyle Williams.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Trying to bring Washington State within 7. And Janikowski's kick is up and good. Money drive for the Cougars, 6 plays, 74 yards, 122. 24-17 Boise State. Mateer 3 for 3, Pete, for 57 yards on the drive. Got timeout. We'll get a break. Boise State will get the ball back on the kickoff. Almost all of the fourth quarter remaining. 14:52 left. 24-17 Broncos on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
When the Broncos are craving excitement, they head into Albertson Stadium for football. When it's time to savor fresh seafood, they head to Anthony's Restaurant in downtown Boise. Indulge with wild-caught salmon, fresh oysters on the half-shell, local Idaho trout, Snake River Farms beef, and more. All with free, validated parking in the Simplot Garage. Discover the taste of the Northwest at Anthony's in downtown Boise. Reserve your table today at anthonys.com.
Looking for affordable storage? Look no further. Storage Self-Storage is family-owned and operated and the official self-storage partner of the Broncos. Whether it's storing personal treasures, holiday decorations, cleaning out your garage, storing your boat or RV, or even storing your entire household for the big move, we've got you covered at any of our 19 convenient locations serving the entire Treasure Valley, Donley, and McCall. Hop online at store.com because since 1972, we've been able to store it for you.
Have any big changes happened in your life lately? Your Health Idaho is here to help Bronco fans get affordable, quality health insurance. If you've recently lost coverage, moved, had a baby, or gotten married, you could get quality health insurance at a lower cost thanks to tax credits available only through Your Health Idaho. Plus, anyone can enroll during open enrollment starting October 15th. Visit yourhealthidaho.org to learn if you qualify. That's yourhealthidaho.org.
When the Broncos need to move, they count on Airvan. Airvan is the official mover of the Broncos. 24-17, Boise State with 14:52 to go in the game. Pete, last week, San Jose State had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, and Washington State was able to come back, win the game in 2 overtimes. The last time before that game, Washington State erased a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter was against Boise State in Pullman in 2017.
Yeah, and keep in mind the lone game that Boise State has beat Washington State was in 2016. They've won that game 31-28, but had to hang on for that victory as the Broncos were up 24-7 in the third quarter. This Washington State team, even though down just a touchdown with pretty much the whole fourth quarter left, is going to try to make Boise State earn this victory.
Looks like Crow and Bates, I think, back to return the kick. Janikowski will kick off for Washington State. Broncos ahead by 7. Janikowski with a kick. Bates going to take it 1 yard deep, and he's going to down it this time. All right, Pete, you were talking about Genty's carries. Tonight, Genty has only had 15 carries to get his 143 yards, so it's 9.5 yards a carry. This season, he had 20 carries at Georgia Southern in that heat and humidity. 25 against Oregon and only 11 last week in the first half against Portland State.
Yeah, they've really done a nice job managing him, but you can see at certain points you might have to feed him the rock a whole lot like I expect on this season. A few years ago when Alexander Madison was a tailback for Boise State, we saw some games where he carried the ball, I believe, 38 times, and Genty's certainly capable to do the same.
Pistol formation, Genty behind Madsen, 1st and 10 from the 25 after the touchback. Fake it to Genty. Madsen throwing it to Genty, and it hits the back of a helmet of a Cougar who was covering Genty. The linebacker, Al Ukda, was the guy who broke it up, not realizing he did. He was looking at Genty, and the ball hit him in the back of the helmet.
Yeah, it was just a slow developing play for Boise State, a screen play on the short side of the football field. Just way too many Cougar defenders to make that one work.
So the Broncos now with a 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Madsen has Genty off his right shoulder. Penry in motion from right to left. Cougars showing blitz, they come. Handoff Genty. Genty breaks the tackle at the line and stumbles. Doesn't quite get the first down. Picks up 8, it looks like, out to the 33-yard line. And with all those guys committing to that run blitz, if Genty could have held his feet, he'd had a touchdown.
Yeah, if he would have caught himself with just one more step or just a shoelace that didn't get hung on to, I believe Genty would have had his 4th touchdown run of close to 70 yards on the season.
5 of 9 on third downs for the Broncos. They have a 3rd down, and we'll call it 2. Holmes now at center. Madsen gets the snap. Lateral Genty left side. Genty gets the block from Casey. First down. Mountain America first down for Genty. Picks up 8. Boise State blocked that extremely well.
Yeah, Cage Casey, nice job leading the way, but the defender's got to be smart. You can't go underneath the blocker. You're going to be behind the play. You got to fight across the face. That bad decision by the defender gave Ashton Genty more than enough room to pick up a first down.
13:40 to go in the game. Boise State 24, Washington State 17. Madsen under center, Genty the deep back, the only back. Cougars with a 5-man front. Handoff Genty. Genty trying to bounce outside to the right. Gets to the 40, to the 45, scoots through to the 50, shakes a tackler to the 40, to the 30. It's a race. 10, 5. He dives. Is he in? Genty says he broke the plane. The officials agree. A third touchdown for Ashton Genty. 59 yards on the run.
Every time Ashton Genty touches the football, it's almost a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Touchdown. Ashton Genty once again using the high legs, using the stiff arm, diving. It doesn't matter. He is a touchdown machine wherever you're at on the football field.
Dalmas on for another extra point. Genty over the 200-yard mark. Joins Cedric Minter in the 200-yard rushing in a game 4 times. Dalmas's extra point is up and good. So, we've got a Mountain America first down on that play. We've got a store itself storage touchdown on that play. We've got a Nampa Floors and Interiors extra point, and our first Federal Bragg scoring drive, 4 plays, 75 yards, minute 35. Genty covers all 75 of the yards.
Yeah, it was a big play. I had about 8 friends just text me saying, wow, he really is good.
31-17 Broncos. Let's take a break on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Now you can support Idaho-grown potato chips and the Boise State Broncos. Named the preferred potato chip of Boise State Athletics, Teton Valley brand chips are available in Rocky Mountain Salt and Classic Barbecue. From hardcore Bronco fans to casual snackers, all potato chip fans can find Bronco-branded chips in Treasure Valley Albertson stores soon. These are the must-have game day snacks for fans in the stadium and fans watching at home. Stop by your local Albertsons to score yours. Go Broncos!
My name is JJ. I grew up in Glens Ferry area, and we're out here barbecuing, going hiking. The dangers of rural roads is just how isolated you can be, being away from town and maybe not having great cell service. So if something happens, you can't get an Uber. I think if you're planning on drinking, plan ahead, getting a designated driver, and just making sure that you have a way home safely. Stay safe, Idaho.
The Broncos are proud to present the Boise State Athletics preferred restaurant partners. Anthony's, Blaze Pizza, Costa Vida Fresh Mexican Grill, Dutch Bros, Firehouse Subs, Taco Bell, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Tucano's Brazilian Grill, and Guthrie's Chicken Fingers. The Broncos encourage all fans to support these proud partners and make them a part of your next dining experience.
Washington State scored to cut it to 24-17 with 14:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Ashton Genty, 59-yard touchdown run, his third of the game, 12th of the season rushing, and Boise State has the 14-point lead back, 31-17. Pete, I put a lot of notes on my board here.
Yeah.
And here's one that I kind of chuckled as I wrote down. I put 246. Genty has 218. Genty needed 246 to get to 3,000 for his career.
Wow.
I would never put 2-something down, but I thought, you know what? He could get that tonight.
I mean, there's been plenty of runs we can almost get it to if it wasn't for Friends in Lonely Places by Garth Brooks. This place would still be chanting Genty. You heard during the commercial break, Genty, Genty, Genty. Well-deserved, and in my opinion, the best player to ever wear Boise State's football uniform.
Reeser will kick off. Yet another touchback.
You know, we don't say his name a whole lot because it was such a long time ago. But Cedric Minter back in 1977 to 1980 was a terror for opposing defenses, having 4 200-yard rushing days as a Bronco. And Ashton Genty just joined the great Cedric Minter, passing the likes of Alexander Madison, Jeremy McNichols, and Jay Jai to stand atop the list side by side. Cedric Minter for most prolific rusher in Boise State history.
Well, with this is only week 4.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get a
Got
fifth.
a ways to go, no doubt about it.
All right, 1st and 10 Cougars. They're down 2 scores. They'll run the ball to Parker, and Tubner is the first to get to him. Limited gain of 2 to the 27-yard line, and still 13 minutes to go in the game, but Washington State had a nice drive, Pete, to get themselves back within 7, and then now it's like pushing the boulder up the mountain. They've got a 2-touchdown deficit. Mateer scrambles out of a sack, being chased and finally brought down by Feely. That is sack number 5 for Boise State. They've had 4 sacks in each of the first 3 games. The 4th game, they have 5.
You tell me Sheldon Noon's been much improved, but Braxton Feely as well. There was a time, I must admit, in his younger years where he came to the football field and I kind of thought, but he has been a dominant defensive lineman and being terror in the backfield, getting that sack against Mateer.
Officially a loss of 13. 3rd down. Back to pass, Mateer. And Mateer, Hassanin has him, and he gets tripped up by Virgin Morgan. Where they spot it will be key. I think it's going to be on about the 1-yard line. Almost a safety. Let's see where they finally decide to mark it. They're going to put it on the 2. And now Janikowski will have to punt. Momentum right now wearing blue and orange.
Ooh, and that might be worth the replay as well. That was mighty close being a safety. Ahmed Hassanin got there first, and Virgin Mobile brought him down. And that could have been 2 points for Boise State. Spencer Danielson's trying to get a timeout. Tell the officials, look at that, give us 2 more points.
I think when he squirted around, he went into the end zone. I think Boise State's going to end up with a safety.
Yeah, and when Ahmed Hassanin got there first, you can see Mateer was kind of bumbling the football. He fumbled the football. Then when he regained it, that's when Virgin Morgan hit him, and he fell in the end zone. Football went in the orange turf. In my mind, 2 extra points for the Broncos.
And they'd still get the football back on a punt. So we've got another official review brought to you by Sparklight Streaming Internet, connecting what's now to what's next.
Yeah, there's no way you can tell me forward momentum again. He was fumbling the football after Ahmed Hassanin got there first. By the time he got it again, Virgin Morgan was there and brought him down the end zone. In my mind, again, I believe blue and orange. I got a biased opinion, but give me 2 more points on the board for Boise State.
Now they're sending everybody back on the field. They have not come over to look at it, and they're bringing the punt unit back. So I guess they said that it was contact made out on the field of play.
But this would be a good chance for Boise State to block it, though, with the punter being closer to the ball.
Cooper Jones standing at the Cougar 45-yard line. And Janikowski able to get a good punt away, chases him across the 50 back to the 45. And Cooper Jones will return it to the 44. About a 53-yard punt. And a nice return by Cooper Jones. We're going to take another timeout. 31-17, Boise State. Broncos have the ball at the Cougar 44. Maybe looking at the knockout blow here on this drive at the short field. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
Get your home turf ready to play with the game-changing performance of Steel. Enjoy big savings this fall on Steel handheld outdoor power equipment. Find yours at over 10,000 local Steel dealers. Steel is a proud supporter of your Boise State Broncos. Real Steel. Find yours.
Bronco fans, this is Jeremiah Dickey. It's a new era of college athletics. The mission of the Horseshoe Collective, an official sponsor of Bronco Athletics, is to pair local charitable causes with student athletes who wish to use their name, image, and likeness to make a positive impact in our community. Supporting the mission of the Horseshoe Collective will have a direct impact on student athletes in the Treasure Valley. To make a donation or to find out how you or your business can get involved, head to thehorseshoecollective.com.
Football games have many twists and turns, and so does life. Your Health Idaho is here to help Bronco Nation with all your life-changing events. You're in need of quality health insurance, visit yourhealthidaho.org to learn more. Plus, open enrollment will start on October the 15th. Bob Beeler, Pete Cavender back here at Albertson Stadium. Boy, this game has had so many big plays, big defensive plays, big offensive plays, special teams plays. Record crowd, 37,711 here tonight. Doesn't look like anybody has left.
I mean, why would you?
No.
If Ashton Genty's going to get more carries and you're going to miss out on more runs like he's had this game, like he's had this season, like he's had in his career, he is worth the price of admission alone just to watch Ashton Genty.
He needs 28 yards to get to 3,000. And the ball's sitting on the 44, so he very easily could get it on this drive.
And how many career games has he played? Like 20, 22? I mean, unbelievable. Think about it. 3,000 yards. He's been injury-prone previously. Shared time with George Holani. My goodness, Ashton Genty is good.
6 sacks tonight, officially 8. Last year was the team record last year against Utah State. That was Spencer Danielson's first game as head coach. So a lot of big sack totals in games for Spencer Danielson in charge. 31-17 Broncos again from the Cougar 44. Handoff Genty. Genty to the 40. Genty to the 30. Tries to get to the outside, and he'll get maybe to the 25-yard line. About 19 more for Genty. And he needs about 9 for 3,000.
Yeah, Genty came in this football game averaging an unreal 10.5 yards per carry average. Well, he's only bettered it today, averaging 11.5 yards per carry against this Washington State defense. 19 carries, 237 yards, and 3 touchdowns for number 2.
Get 9 away from 3,000 for a career. He's in the pistol behind Madsen. 5-man front for the Cougars. Fake it to nope, they give it to Genty. Genty driving inside the 20, down to the 19, give him 6 more. 3 away from 3,000. We got a late flag. Looks like one of the Cougar defenders, Keith Brown, may be charged with sportsmanlike conduct.
It's smart by Maddox Madsen grabbing Cam Camper. Prince Strawn tried to get in there. He grabbed him. So you got to be smarter than that. You can't hurt your teammate retaliating after that late shove on Cam Camper, against him anyways.
Boise State, by the way, has just crossed into the Coastline Equipment Red Zone.
Sportsmanlike conduct, Washington State, number 21. Half the distance to the goal, an automatic. First down.
Frustration now for the Cougars. Last 2 seasons, Pete, they started 4-0. Lost week 5. This year they've started 4-0. And are losing in week 5.
Not only lost in week 5, but lost 6 straight when they got that first loss.
Dubar now in at running back off the right shoulder of Madsen. And it's Dubar on the handoff. And Dubar, tough running, will get to the 8 for a gain of 1.
Another flag comes out late. Officials need to make sure they keep this game in control. Maddox Madsen continues to tell his offense, hey, be smart here, fellas.
And here, if you think about it, if you're the team that's backed up, you're not giving away a whole lot with penalties. But if you're the team driving.
After the play, the sportsmanlike conduct, Washington State, number 0. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down. That's number 0's first sportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
Buda Alukta with the penalty. And now the ball is at the 4. And an Ashton Genty touchdown, if he's back in, would take him over 3,000 yards. And he is looking for a 4th touchdown. In motion, Camper to the left. Handoff Genty up the middle. Genty still on his feet. He'll get down to about the 2 and get pushed back. 2nd and goal at the 2. Tyler Crow was in there as a blocking back in front of Genty.
Yeah, it's just simply smaller room. It's almost like fighting in a telephone booth when you're this close to the end zone. So much help from the safety corners. Obviously, Ashton Genty is looking to try to get his 4th touchdown here on this next carry. 2nd and goal from the 1.
At 6 against Georgia Southern. Genty this time on the right of Madsen. Crow on the left. From the 2. Genty, left side. Genty driving. Genty scoring. 4th touchdown. And he's over 3,000 yards for a career.
Ashton Genty, all I can say is special. Kudos to our producer, KJ Lyman, for getting the crowd noise going. You heard the pop at the goal line. You see defenders bouncing, falling when they touch Ashton Genty, but Genty too strong, too physical, too gifted, never lost footing as he gives the home crowd one more look at the Heisman pose.
Broncos pulling away. It's 37-17 with 9:38 left. Dalmas with yet another extra point. All right, here we go again. The store self-storage touchdown. 2 yards for Ashton Genty. Our Napa Floors and Interiors extra point from Jonah Dalmas. And our first Federal Bank scoring drive. 5 plays, 44 yards, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Bronco football. The game was tied at 10. Genty touchdown run with 3:19 in the half put Boise State up 17-10. A big interception by Benefield with 15 seconds left in the half left Boise State up by 7. Washington State had the ball for the first 8 minutes and 14 seconds of the third quarter. Did not score. 4th down stop when the Cougars went for it on their own 27. Short field, Boise State 24-10. Washington State battled back with a 33-yard pass from Mateer to Williams, 24-17. And it's Genty and Genty for more touchdowns. You can hear Blitz barking in the background. And another touchback for Reeser.
And Blitz with, I think, 4 barks, symbolizing 4 touchdowns for Ashton Genty. That was good. He's been paying attention there on the sidelines.
Blitz had a birthday this week.
And the Blue Turf had a birthday not that long ago, too. 38 years here playing football on the Blue.
33 career touchdowns for Ashton Genty. Ties him with Alexander Madison. Cougars on the touchback get the ball at the 25-yard line. Mateer over the middle, and it's dropped. Coverage by Oladipo. Hudson had it and just dropped it. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, and Washington State sure has let this football game slip away from them. It was a one-possession game, really most of it, until Boise State's exploded here to get up 38-17. Washington State certainly doesn't want to give up, but more so playing for pride now this last 9.5 minutes of the game.
Broncos have exploded. Lead by 3 touchdowns. Genty with 247 yards, 4 touchdowns in the game. Mateer blitzed, steps up, and Mateer will go down. Another tackle by Ahmed Hassanin. Might be another sack for Ahmed Hassanin. Although they might say he was trying to scramble, they may not count it as a sack. Certainly a tackle for loss. Hassanin with a career best 8 tackles.
Yeah, really probably a career day for all the defensive linemen for Boise State again. Pregame talking about the importance of keeping contained, collapsing that pocket with those defensive tackles. Boise State's done a masterful job and also helped dial up the blitz, too, to help.
And we got a Bronco that's shaken up a little bit. Braxton Feely.
It looks like he might be a little bit woozy, so hopefully not a concussion or anything like that for him.
He's up to his feet. 3rd down and 14 for Washington State from their own 21-yard line. And he'll walk off. Hopefully Braxton can get back into action.
I got a big game next week, getting into conference play against Utah State, with the Aggies having a bye this week.
Cougars need to get out to the 35-yard line. 9:08 to go, 38-17. Boise State in front. They have outscored the Cougars 21-7 in the second half. Mateer, quick pass left side. Meredith with the catch. He'll be short of the first down. Banks will push him out. And now it's 4th down, and we'll call it 10. And it looks like they're going to go for it down 3 touchdowns. You don't get it, though, Pete. You're going to give the ball back to the Broncos on the plus 25.
Well, essentially, if Boise State, in my mind, touches the ball again, it's over. They have not been able to stop Ashton Genty with his 247 yards and 4 touchdowns.
4th down and 10. Mateer gets the snap, blitzed. Mateer in the pocket, throwing it long right side. Got Williams. Broncos overcommitted. Williams running in the secondary to the 40, to the 30, and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 29. We'll call it a gain of at least 45, maybe 46 yards. Big play, Washington State on 4th down.
Yeah, it was just kind of a 50-50 ball there on the outside with man coverage. If you're a quarterback, you like those odds, huck it up there. That was a nice little run after the catch, too, by Chris Hudson.
Hudson now for Washington State. Back to pass is Mateer. Pass over the middle. Hudson again. This time he can't hold it. Zion Washington with the coverage. Hudson, by the way, with 8 catches, he's over 100 yards. Williams, 8 catches for Washington State, also over 100 yards.
Yeah, but how was some defensive stats? Boise State, 9 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, and 1 big interception, their first of the season.
2nd and 10 from the Bronco 30. 8:26 left, 38-17, Boise State. 2 receivers to each side, the tight end off the line on the left. Mateer, quick throw to the right, and it's in and out of the hands of Parker, the running back, at around the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line. They've got 2 plays to make the 10 yards. There's no way they're going for a field goal. 4 out of 13 is all Washington State's been able to do on 3rd down tonight. And then you couple that with 2 out of 4 on 4th down. Mateer in an empty set. See the Broncos blitz. Back to pass. He has time. Flushed out of the pocket and out of the left. Throwing the ball towards the end zone left side. Probably going to be pass interference. I don't see a yellow hanky, so I guess it's not. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I think that ball sailed a little bit too much out of bounds. I think it was uncatchable, helping that official leave that yellow hanky in his back pocket.
Looked to me like Rodney Robinson kind of may have touched the tight end Mathers, but all right, here we go. 4th down and 10. Boise State 38, Washington State 17. They need to get to the 20 for the first down. Pulalausi is in at running back for Washington State. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Mateer blitzed from the corner by Banks, and Banks will get him a huge sack. Sack number 7.
If there was one word on the whiteboard in the defensive meeting room this week, it had to be contained. Again, another corner blitz, this time by Irby, making sure he keeps contained. Don't break that leverage. And if you do that, you'll be in a prime spot to get the sack, which is exactly what he did. Now Boise State, 7 sacks in this football game.
Boise State takes over after the 4th down sack. Lost that time of about 16 or 17 yards. So now they're going to try to work the clock. 8:05 to go. 38-17 Broncos. Genty up the middle for another 2 or 3. By the way, Ahmed Hassanin with the sack tonight, Pete. Coming up on Monday. You can get a coffee or a soft drink, 91 cents. Jackson's or Extra Mile by Jackson's with Let's Go Rewards. You can download the Let's Go Rewards app and visit jacksons.com/Broncos for more details. You can almost count on that 91-cent drink on Mondays. 2nd down, and we'll call it 8. Madsen rolls to the right, throws it over the middle. Diving catch, Cam Camper. And that will be his third catch of the game. Worth about 11, another first down.
And Cam Camper has been emerging as Maddox Madsen's go-to target. Not tons of catches, obviously, just 3 so far in this football game. But you look at what he's done this season. He's got 13 catches for 3 touchdowns for Maddox Madsen.
Came into the game with 6 of 10 catches going for 15 or more yards. Louder is the leading receiver yardage-wise. Pete Camper and Penry all with 3 catches. Clock running down to 6:40 to go. Handoff Genty left side. And Genty inside the 40. Down to about the 38. We'll call it a gain of 5. And Boise State keeping the ball in play, not going out of bounds, seeing that clock move. 6:23 and counting to go.
Yeah, what an impressive victory this will be for Boise State, too, assuming they'll hang on to their 21-point lead in this Washington State offense. So prolific, one of the higher scoring teams in the country. Boise State holding them to just 17.
Genty the lone back behind Madsen. Toss right side. Gets to the 40, to the 35. Falls forward to the 34. Just short of a Mountain America first down. So a gain of about 4 on the play. Maybe a little less.
You know, I talk to a lot of tailbacks, and they tell me their least favorite play is the toss into the boundary in the short side of the football field. It's just hard to get outside leverage when there's so many bodies in the area. But Ashton Genty, again, just so good. Still can pick up that yardage to give Boise State 3rd and 1. More importantly, stayed in bounds.
Got a chance at his school record again, Pete. He's closing in. 3rd and 1. Genty up the middle. They've stacked him up that time, pushing his way forward. I think he might be inches short, but I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down if that's the case.
Yeah, the reason why he'd go for it just to keep that clock moving. Now 5 minutes ticking off the clock here in the 4th quarter.
Genty had a school record 267 yards against Georgia Southern. I think he's over 260, so closing in. 4th and 1. He's at 259. And delay of game, is it, against Boise State? You'd want to call a timeout on 4th and 1.
It looks like Spencer Danielson did get it in on time.
We'll take their second charge, timeout the half. 30 seconds.
So Boise State down to 1 timeout left. Not that they need it with 4:25 to go, but if you were thinking of going for it, you don't want 4th and 6. You want 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah, you saw Maddox Madsen on that too, have a couple hard counts trying to get Washington State to jump off sides, get a free first down. But again, you got to make sure your offensive line's holding their water and doesn't jump by you doing that.
Genty tonight, 26 carries for 259 yards. That's a season high in carries. The school record was 267, so he's 8 away from tying his own school record.
There's be a lot more talks. Seems like every Saturday night, Twitter just explodes with Ashton Genty highlights, talking about him should legitimately be a Heisman candidate, even though the award essentially goes to the quarterback and the best team in the country.
He's got 2 things working against him. He's a running back, and that would have been big 20 years ago.
Yep.
Because all running backs seem to win. And then you're also from a G5 team.
Yep.
But his numbers may be so good.
But when you're putting 250 plus pretty much week in, week out, you can't deny it. He deserves a trip to New York.
4th and a half yard. They're not going to give it to him. Madsen bootlegs, throws it to Louder. Louder to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. 5 touchdown. Matt Louder on 4th and inches will take it 34 yards for his second touchdown catch, and the Broncos piling it on, leading it 44-17.
You know, and with all this offensive production, we haven't given enough kudos to Dirk Cutter either, completely dialing up all these defenses that he's faced against. Just a smart decision there on 4th and 1. You expect the quarterback sneaker and Ashton Genty dive. Instead, bootleg out with Maddox Madsen. Matt Lauder wide open as he does the hot step to extend Boise State's lead even more.
And Dalmas with yet another extra point. All right. The Matt Lauder touchdown reception, the self-storage touchdown. The extra point presented by Ncaaf Floors and Interiors. And once again, the First Federal Bank drive. 6 plays, 56 yards, 3:49 off the clock. Madsen was 2 for 2 on the drive for 67 yards.
Bob, you said coming into this fourth quarter, you don't think you've seen it where both offenses had an even 300 yards of total offense. Well, it started the fourth quarter. Boise State's got 161 yards. Washington State only 41.
So it's not even anymore.
Not even anymore. Not even close.
So Boise State with 4:16 to go leads it now 45-17. And you know, when you look at the score in the I was going to say in the paper, but wherever you look for your scores on a Sunday morning, if you're on the East Coast and went to sleep.
It's my phone. Usually your phone.
Okay, on your phone. You're going to say, wow, they beat them as badly as they did Portland State.
No, this game has been
different.
Agreed. And even though the Boise State's got one loss to Oregon, just a 3-point loss at the last second, I think Boise State's got a case more than anyone that they should be the G5 representative in the playoff, assuming they can win out.
Sky kick, fair catch called for around the 25-yard line by one of the up players, Isaac Terrell for Washington State.
I've been wrong about a lot of things, but could not be any more confident if Boise State goes 11-1, they will be in the playoff.
All right, you're looking at teams that are still undefeated in the G5. 2 service academies, and I'm not counting Air Force. Air Force is not good this year. Army and Navy, both undefeated 4-0. First time that both of them have been undefeated since 1945. Handoff up the middle to Parker. We'll call it no gain. Boise State quickly shut that hole down.
You know, one team
James Madison, is still undefeated. They won easily today over Ball State.
Yeah, and Liberty is going to end up undefeated again because of their strength of schedule. They have the 5th easiest schedule in all of college football. When you look at their opponents this year and win total of last year, they have the easiest schedule based on that. Only 55 wins on their schedule this year, and 9 of them was against App State, who they had to cancel the game because of the hurricane.
Second, and we'll call it 9 from the 26. Mateer, left side, Williams, missed tackle again. Still on his feet at the 50, at the 40, and down inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 36 on the play. A couple of times tonight, Boise State has lost Williams downfield.
Yeah, and really that was probably the poorest tackling effort by Boise State this season as well. Kyle Williams kind of got brought down a lot earlier than he eventually did.
1st and 10 at the Bronco 38-yard line. 3 minutes to go, 45-17, Boise State. Mateer, throw right side to Hudson. Hudson had his jersey kind of come apart. Grab it at the jersey was Benefield, and he got a bit of cloth that pulled off. Robinson finished him off. 6 yards on the pickup.
Again, nice job by Boise State's defense, getting better on tackling on that one. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 or 3 defenders to finally bring a guy down. That's why you got to hunt in packs.
2nd and 4 here for the Cougars from the Bronco 32. Mateer, quick throw left side. Williams has it in and out of his hands. And the defensive back for Boise State, Jeremiah Irby, the transfer from Cal, a little bit upset because it almost ricocheted into his hands for an interception.
Yeah, it was kind of a tipped ball to some degree. It kind of ended up in his lap for a second. Just wasn't ready for it, obviously. Could have gotten Boise State's 2nd interception of the game and the season.
Next week, an earlier game. 5 o'clock kickoff against Utah State. And as Pete mentioned, Aggies with a bye. And we have some motion against Washington State. They'll lose 5, so it'll be back to about 3rd and 9. At least I think that's what the call is, although maybe it's something more elaborate because the officials have to huddle.
False start. Offense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. Man's third down.
So a little more difficult. 3rd and 9, down to 2:28 to go. And remember, this is the first year of the 2-minute timeout, so we'll get one in 28 seconds. Clock running. Batier gets the snap. Steps up, will run 35-30. He's got the first down, slides at around the 25. I guess they're going to let him go to only the 28, but pickup of about 10. He's got the first down. They have a bye next week. When I mean they, Washington State. They'll be at Fresno State in their next game in 2 weeks. And Pete, as we get to the 2-minute timeout, Fresno State wins the No-Show of the Week award.
Yeah, they really do. They got throttled by UNLV. I guess sometimes when you go to Vegas, you lose everything, and Fresno State certainly did that earlier today.
All right, we'll take the final extra special 60-second break. 2 minutes to go. Boise State honing in on the win. They're up 45-17 over Washington State on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
As an agriculture company rooted in our connection to food, farming, and the land, we are always looking for new ways to carry forward the Simplot legacy of bringing Earth's resources to life. The world of agriculture is much different from nearly a century ago when our founder, J.R. Simplot, started the company. But one constant remains: the land we cultivate. Whether we're mining and manufacturing plant nutrients, feeding cattle, or growing and producing food, we are stewards of the land, securing a bountiful future for generations to come.
At Tamarack Resort, adventure comes with mountain modern experiences. Feel the rush of downhill skiing, the satisfaction of a perfect golf swing, and the tranquility of lake life. End your day with unforgettable cuisine, sophisticated amenities, and warm community spirit. Whether you're a first-time visitor, a long-time resident, or a Bronco, Tamarack invites you to create memories that will last a lifetime. Discover your own experience at tamarackidaho.com.
Boise State 2 minutes away from their 3rd win of the season. 45-17 right now over Washington State. And the Broncos will have Utah State in here next week, Pete. And the one thing, Boise State looking at their schedule, Pete, you got to win your league to be able to have a shot at the college football playoff. So conference games start. It's 0-0 for Boise State, so they need to beat Utah State, get yourself in the conference championship game. You're going to have to win that.
Yep.
And then you hope that you've got enough style points when doing that.
And again, I think if Boise State just does a game-by-game approach, tries to go 1-0 every single week, and if Boise State ends up 11-1, beating a very good UNLV team along the way, there's no doubt in my mind Boise State's a playoff team sitting at 11-1, the Mountain West champ.
I mean, clearly, based on what we've seen through the month of September, the 2 best teams in the league are Boise State and UNLV.
No, I mean, it's the gap between 1 and 2 and then 3 is probably bigger than any gap in any conference. I mean, it's Boise State and UNLV's conference championship to lose, essentially.
And that game will be, Friday, October 25th down in Vegas. Batier gives it to Parker on 1st and 10, and he runs into the teeth of the Bronco defense. Rips there, and Otriani's there. Loss on the play.
Yeah, again, you talk about the tackles for loss, the sacks, the interception earlier. Boise State, again, holding Washington State's offense, a team that's averages 46 points a game, holding them to just 17 points with 1:30 left.
Washington State in the pistol. Batier throwing the ball over the middle, knocked away by McCoy. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Hudson. And it's third down coming up. Third down coming up in 12 for Washington State.
Yeah, and I just could not be more impressed by this coaching staff of Boise State, too. Having their team ready to play in every area where they look a little bit weak to come out the next week looking stronger.
5 out of 15 on third downs. Mateer back to pass. Blitzed. Gets the pass away. It is caught by the running back, Palalasi. And he's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 5 yards. We got a flag down.
Offside. Defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty. And our main third down.
And the best thing about that offsides, Pete, is that it allows us to say that Braxton Feely, who was shaken up, is back in the game.
Yeah, he's certainly a part of this game as well and has had one heck of a campaign this year as well. Doing a nice job pressuring the quarterback, beating the offensive lineman, letting his linebackers roam free.
Third down, they need to get to the 18. Broncos looking for another Western Heating and Air third down stop. I think Spencer Danielson called a timeout.
Third and final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Can't carry him over to next week, so might as well use him. Again, I was going to say kudos to the crowd again, too. A stadium record, 37,700 plus to watch this football game. We got to sell out next week for Utah State, too. And then even though the football team needs to look at this playoff run at a week-by-week basis, the fans really need to, too, and come make this place the hardest place to play in all of college football.
1:16 left, 45-17, Boise State. Exploding in the fourth quarter. Teams were tied with 300 yards apiece. 161 yards for Boise State in the quarter, 41 for Washington State, as Pete said. 3rd and 7. Mateer awaits the snap. Quick throw to the right side. Ball is caught. Hudson gets to the 5, maybe to the 4. Benefield will make the tackle, but nice little quick pass out in the flat. Gain of about 22 there.
You know, and I've been shocked. I've said it a few times. I'm surprised Washington State hasn't thrown the football deep. Again, it's a lot of the short passes, wide receiver screens. For as explosive as an offense I was expecting to see tonight, they're really not challenged Boise State's defensive backs throwing the long ball.
53 seconds and counting left. Cougars trying to get a score. Handoff up the middle, getting to the 2 will be Pulalasi.
Only 35 seconds left in this game. Probably only 1 or 2 more cracks for Wazoo. Try to get one more score.
30 seconds left. Pulalasi gets to the 1. Zion Washington keeps him out of the end zone. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1 with 20 seconds to go.
Looks like Wazoo might call a timeout to try to get some late style points here as they're trailing by 3-4 scores.
30 seconds.
Yeah, well, I guess it would look a little better. 45-24, I guess. Now here's where you need a big stop here. Keep them out of the end zone. Boise State's had big stops all game.
Yeah, because traversely, 45-17 looks really good for Boise State, too. They finally cracked the top 25 in the Associated Press poll for the first time since 2020.
Cougars 6 out of 16 on 3rd downs. Just 2 out of 5 on 4th downs. We're looking at 3rd down and less than a yard. Pulalasi is in at running back. Also brought in a couple of extra tight ends. 21 seconds left. I formation. Lechner in front of Pulalasi. Pulalasi with the carry, and he will score. Over the right side from 1 yard out.
Yeah, just pretty tough to get a stop there. Only needing a few inches for Washington State. Even though they got that one, Boise State has made a lot more plays than the Cougars, as that shows on the scoreboard now, 45-23 Boise State.
19 seconds left. Janikowski on for the extra point. 11 plays, 76 yards, 3:57 is the time of the drive. And the extra point is good, making it Boise State 45 and Washington State 24.
Essentially be kind of pointless down by 21 points, but will we see an onside kick here from Washington State? This might be a good opportunity for Boise State to practice it if they do.
I guess the question is, do you really come up with something special and cute? If you do, I don't think you want to use it here. But if it's just a regular play, you're going to use it, you want to execute. If I'm Washington State, maybe I would try it. And I think it's fair to say with 19 seconds left, Pete, winner, chicken dinner. With that Bronco victory, Guthrie's is offering $3 off the original G-Box for the next 48 hours at all Treasure Valley Guthrie locations. Stop in to support the newest partner of Bronco football and try their original golden fried chicken fingers. Thanks to Guthrie's for their support.
Yeah, I got some discounts on chicken sandwiches and coffee and soda.
Yeah.
Thanks to the play by Boise State today.
Boise State has 10 guys up around where they might try an onside kick. And it's one of those pooch soft kicks. It's going to bounce on the 23. And it'll be covered by Boise State. And they'll have to fall on it one time.
Yeah, you can hear it in the crowd mic, too, telling Cam Camper, I believe, who caught that ball, hey, just get down. Don't try to do anything special here. Let's just get the football, line up in victory formation, and get ready for the Aggies next week. And I'm looking forward to a 5 p.m. kickoff, too. We've had some late ones so far this year, and that might be the new life of Boise State fans once again, as though late kickoffs will be joining the Pac-12 in a few years.
All right, you're going to take a knee, victory formation, and that's it. Solid win for Boise State tonight. They get it done, 45-24. Boise State now 3-1 on the season. Washington State falls to 4-1. And the Broncos will solidify their spot in the top 25, Pete.
You know, and Boise State certainly looks like a top 25 football team. Just not a single, really, carrier for the Broncos. Of course, Ashton Jeanty, another big game, 259 yards and 4 touchdowns. Those other guys making plays. Matt Lauder, Cam Camper, the defense made all kinds of plays. This was a total team effort for Boise State that dominated the Cougars 45-24 today on the blue.
You know, when you run into the locker room after giving high fives around the stands, when you look at this game, I think every single person that got in has to feel that they contributed.
Agreed. You know, it's going to be hard to pick an MVP in this football game. The obvious answer would be Ashton Jeanty. I think everyone deserves a game ball.
Big win for Boise State, 45-24. The Broncos are now 2-5 against Washington State. And this will probably be the first of many games since both will be in the Pac-12 moving forward. Huge victory for Boise State. We want you to stay tuned for our Select Health post-game show that's coming up. We'll have highlights, we'll have stats, we'll have interviews. Big win for the Broncos tonight. And it's on to Utah State, another home game next week, 3 in a row. Story of the game, 7 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. Ashton Jeanty with another 200-plus yards. He goes over 3,000 for his career, another 3 touchdowns. Huge win on a beautiful night before a record crowd. Final, Boise State 45, Washington State 24. More to come on the Coca-Cola Bronco Radio Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
St. Luke's and Boise State are partners in education and health. Through scholarships and internships for students, support for programs and faculty, and collaboration on health-related research. Together, we're preparing tomorrow's healthcare professionals and investing in the people and programs that build healthy, livable, caring communities. St. Luke's and Boise State, proud to be blue.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Oh, speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Pacific Source Health Plans.
A chip is just a chip without hell of a